What is going on, Bengals fans? Chris Daughtery back with you guys here on Bengals Breakdown. We have a very chilly matchup today between the Baltimore Ravens and your Cincinnati Bengals. I believe the wind chill was like 7 degrees here in Cincinnati today. The field is absolutely clear, but if you are going to the game today, there is still ice in your seat. They did not clear the ice out of the seat and all the snow that we got last night. So, if you're still on the way to Paycor Stadium right now, drive safe. I saw one of the buses earlier this morning get a little bit squirrely taking a left, so make sure you guys are driving safe out there as well. But like I said, it is a cold one today. And look, you're at the point in the season now where you're pretty much cooked. No chance at this point to make the playoffs. Mathematically, there's still a chance, but really there's not. Realistically, you're pretty much out of it at this point. So you're playing for pride today with the Ravens coming into town. AFC North matchup. Look, you already beat them once. Do you want to sweep the Ravens? I think that would be pretty fun, end up sweeping the Ravens there. The offense has been really good since Joe Burrow has come back. Defense still, your linebackers just still don't know how to tackle for the most part. That's been a massive problem for the Bengals so far this year. But look, you guys can vote it at our pin poll as well. Do you actually want to beat the Ravens today? Yes, it's F the Ravens all day, or no, you want to tank for a higher draft pick. You guys can let us know up there at the pin poll today as well. But we'll see how this one ends up shaking out today. Baltimore Ravens coming to town here at Paycor Stadium. It is officially roll call time. We do it every single week to start off the show here. Spam your Who Days down in the comments section. Spam your F Baltimores, whatever you want to get down there. Spread the hate if you want. Let's get it. Let's get it today, folks. Got Coach Hannah down in the chat. Chase Edits was, I believe, one of the first ones down there. Let's see. Tim Tyra was also down there as well. Shout out all of you guys getting in here early. Got LeBron Taylor in there. Let's see. Tim Tyra putting in his F Baltimore. A lot of F Baltimores in there. You love to see it. You love to see it. As of right now, by the way, the pin poll, do you actually want to beat the Ravens today? 83% of you are saying yes right now. Now, there's only 30 votes there, so make sure you guys vote in the pin poll. But, respect. Respect. At this point right now, it's like, look, do you really care where you pick? If it's at number, 7 or it's at number 11 or 12 or something like that, they're probably going to, pick somebody that you don't want anyways. So they'll find a way to screw it up. They'll find a way to screw it up. By the way, got producer Billy behind the scenes with us today as well. Coach Hannah saying love the white jacket. Appreciate that, Coach Hannah. LeBron just spamming the F Baltimores. You love the hate. You love the hate down there.
What's going on, Chris? What up, Who Day Nation? Happy Who Day Sunday per usual. Look, hey, I'm pumped to watch Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase on a Bengals Sunday. Got me amped up. I don't love the snow either. I don't love the ice either. But once you're settled in, warmed up, it's kind of fun to watch the cold on the TV.
Yeah. I don't think it's going to snow during the game. I think for the most part, it's pretty much going to be a sunny type of day. But wind chill right now is 7 degrees. It's very chilly. I think when we were driving into the office this morning, my car said 4 degrees. So very cold day. Colder than it was actually the other day for the Bills game last week. I think it was like 27 degrees or something like that up there. But
yeah, let me look up. Browns Bears is supposed to be crazy today.
Yeah. We'll get into kind of more news and rumors and stuff like that for this build up here today. Not really going to do keys to victory because. Look, at this point, it's like, you're kind of playing for pride right now. You already beat the Ravens once. It's kind of the same thing. Force turnovers, don't turn the ball over, tackle Derrick Henry. That's a big thing there. Those are your keys to victory if you want those here today. But, for the most part today, we'll go over the injury report, the inactives, everything like that. We'll talk about some Trey Hendrickson. We'll talk about the draft, some rooting guide for you guys today, some other games across the league if you want a higher draft pick. We'll even talk about those concerning comments from Joe Burrow the other day as well. There's been multiple reporters basically saying that it's not Joe Burrow asking out of Cincinnati. It's just him, he was pissed off about the loss versus the Bills the other day, and he, just kind of wants to put some pressure on the ownership, the front office, to quit being cheap as hell. Christopher, by the way, asking, are we mathematically out of it? Technically, no, but realistically, yes. You really needed to beat the Bills last week to put yourself in a spot to at least have a chance to make the playoffs at this point right now. If you lose today, yes, you are mathematically out of it. But as of right now, no. As of right now, technically speaking, no. That's actually not updated, Billy. That was last week. Good call trying to get there though. Pittsburgh is 6-7, or excuse me, 7-6. Baltimore is 6-7. The Bengals right now are 4-9, and the Browns are 3-10. So with only 4 games left on the schedule, you're really not in the best spot right now. Pretty much out of it at this point. Chase Edit saying, "Hey Chris, did you see the Heisman Trophy ceremony last night?" I did. Shout out Fernando Mendoza. I know a lot of you guys are probably Buckeyes fans and wanted Julian Sand to win it. And shout out Julian Sand. I mean, he's most likely going to break the record for highest completion percentage this year, knock on wood. But kid's been absolutely incredible for a redshirt freshman. So, I do think Fernando Mendoza over Diego Pavia was the right call there. And look, we were talking about Jeremiah Love earlier as well. Jeremiah Love is the best running back in college football, no doubt about it. But I think at this point, if you're a running back and you want to win the Heisman, you got to rush for 2,000 yards. I think Derrick Henry was the last running back that won the Heisman, if I'm not mistaken. He ran for 2,000 yards that year. And, you saw what Ashton Genty did last year, and he didn't even win the Heisman. So you got to have a incredibly stupid year as a running back to win the Heisman. That just is what it is at this point. All right. We'll come back here in just a second, but first, we got to give a shout-out to the sponsor of today's live show. That is Omaha Steaks. From holiday hosting to unforgettable gifts, Omaha Steaks delivers the world's best steak experience. You guys can do exactly what I did this holiday season and give family and friends USDA certified tender steaks, juicy burgers, cozy and convenient comfort meals, and so much more. And now, during their Sizzle All the Way sale, you can get 50% off site-wide at omahasteaks.com. Plus, our listeners here at Bengals Breakdown get an additional $35 off just by using promo code Bengals at checkout. It is super simple, super easy to do. They got a bunch of different types of bundles that you guys can choose from. Just the other day, I sent my brother and his fiance, and I sent one of my best friends, 2 different bundles for them. It's super simple. You put in your billing address, your billing information, everything like that, but then you put their address in, and literally it took like a day and a half to send. It was super simple, super quick, and super, super easy to get done there. Omaha Steaks offers unrivaled quality and variety, and every bite is backed by their 100% guarantee. Plus, orders placed before 6 p.m. Eastern Time ship the exact same day. Omaha Steaks has been America's original butcher since 1917. It's a family-owned company with over 100 years of expertise in the meat industry. They also carry mouth-watering burgers, chicken, pork, seafood, and delectable desserts as well. They also, a couple of these bundles got different sides that you guys can add in there as well. I love that there from Omaha Steaks. So save big on gourmet gifts and more holiday favorites with Omaha Steaks. Visit omahasteaks.com for 50% off site-wide during their Sizzle All the Way sale. And for an extra $35 off, use promo code Bengals at checkout. Like I said, use promo code Bengals at checkout for an additional $35 off. It's already 50% off site-wide right now. Now, terms apply. You can see that website for extra details, but it's omahasteak.com, promo code Bengals. All right, this is the pregame super chat menu, and while I was doing that read, I did a little costume change for you guys because we are giving away the Bengals party hat, I guess is what we're calling it, maybe the Bengals rally hat. I think rally hat's probably the right word for it there. The rally hat and chain, by the way. Let me throw the chain on, too. Probably got to take the hat off first to that.
The legend of the chain beginning with the Steelers game.
The Steelers
The
game,
hat
yeah,
and
the
chain
first one.
started with that Thursday night football win, and it's been fun as much as it is like almost like a panic button for Chris during these games because the minute the Bengals go down, and the chat's into an out, Chris. The chat's the one saying get it on.
The chat loves it, yeah, and that's why we've been going with it as much as we had. That first game against the Steelers, it really worked. It really did work. After that, it was kind of hit or miss. Maybe we can call it the crash out hat too. What's his name there? AB with his crash out bucket. This is our crash out hat because we know in the second half, the defense they have a tendency to fold. But if you want a chance to win the Bengals party hat, rally hat, crash out hat, whatever you want to call it here, and chain. Shout out Billy, by the way, throwing in the chain as well. This is the chain that he wears. It's his turnover chain for the Ohio State Football Report. He said, hey, we'll throw the chain in there as well. So if you guys want an opportunity to win this puppy at the end of the season, $5 super chat during the pregame show here. Going to get you 5 entries into the hat and chain raffle here. We've also got the raffle wheel spin for you guys as well. $10 super chat during the pregame. We will spin it, and we will double whatever it lands on there. So what do we have on there, Billy? Is it 5, 10, 15, 20? Yeah, so 5, 10, 15, 20 entries for that. During the pregame show, we will double whatever it lands on. So the minimum that you would get would be 10. The maximum you would get would be 40. So it looks just like this right here. We spin the wheel for a $10 super chat. And right there, bam, lands on 10, maybe 15, 10, bam. That gets you 20 entries. That's 50 cents an entry is basically what that would come out to there.
Plus, Chris, I always like to I throw that extra 20 on there.
Oh, yeah. Is there a second 20 on there?
Yeah, I always throw one more 20 at the end.
Okay, there you go. So there's multiple. There's an extra 20 on there as well. So that would be 40 entries if it lands on 20 for only a $10 super chat. That is a solid entry right there. But like I said, it's only during the pregame show. Once the game starts, we don't double it anymore. So if you want in on the entry there, Mo Morris said, "Does the hat come with dandruff?" I don't think so. I think I take pretty good care of the hair there. Got the tea tree shampoo. Seems pretty solid.
Who's the hair guy?
I always put the moisturizer in and everything like that. So no dandruff. No dandruff with the hat here. By the way, $20 super chat during the pregame here. We will do beer bongs for that as well. First $20 super chat. We got our happy dads already ready here. Got some wild cherry, got some lemon lime to start us off here. First $20 super chat is going to be 2 beer bongs. We've got it ready right here. And you also get your name, your initials, and a little star on the beer bong of honor. I got a feeling, Billy, we're going to fill it up the rest of the way here today. This is the last row. This is where the last row starts right here. I mean, we probably have enough for like 3, maybe a 4th sticker on there. And then after that, we got to start going down the tube, I think.
Half that bad boy is Josh and Kim and what's the guy?
Dawson went absolutely stupid on Thanksgiving.
I call him Drunk Dawson. I don't even know if he was drunk.
Yeah, he said he was. He said he was.
Okay.
He was having a good time. So if you guys want a chance to get me a little bit faded today, which, the crash outs really happen when I start doing beer bongs.
And I got to say, Chris needs the bong practice.
I do, yeah.
We got to get his numbers up.
Every single time we do a beer bong race, man, I get smoked.
The higher-ups, corporate, they're concerned about his numbers.
Yeah.
They don't like the time on his beer bong, so we need those 20s to get it up.
We flew out to Dallas on Friday for the company Christmas party here at Chat Sports, and they pulled me aside during the pregame, and they were like, "Man, Chris, we've been watching Bengals Breakdown. You and Aiden, or you and me and Tom. Tom smoked me last week going up against each other, so I definitely need." some practice there with the beer bong. So get those $20 super chats in. The first one today is going to be double beer bongs. It'll be 2 for you guys. We got a whole, I think it's a 12-pack here. I don't know. Not the best at math. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. I got 11. I got 11 beers here, and I think there's some more in the fridge as well. So get those in. Get those raffle entries in here as well. And make sure you guys drop a like, by the way, down on today's show. Going up against Joey Peterson in Ravens Rundown. We whipped their ass the other night, 2 weeks ago anyways, on Thanksgiving, in both the like battle and the super chat battle. By the way, Billy, I'm going to throw this on you real quick. Basically, just copy and paste this. Let's make a super chat battle as well. Yeah, Joey just hit me up and said, super chat battle today? Yeah, so they started late. So we're ahead of them. We got 28 likes right now. Can we get? We're pretty much at that 50% right now. If we get like 3 more likes, I'll start this puppy off with a shot today. If we can get to that 50% like ratio, that's kind of always the goal here, is around 50% on the likes. And we just 2 away to start us off with a shot. You guys know what it is. I am not a fan. I thought about it, Billy. I thought about mixing our vodka drink today with some purple Gatorade or Powerade, whatever. But I'm not a fan of purple Powerade. There was some times back in the day when I was playing football where I like drank too much purple Powerade, and you know how that goes. Gatorade, Powerade, whatever's cheaper, whatever's at the store. Yeah, I just like go up there. I think the little convenience store over here on the corner's got more Powerade than Gatorade, so I went with Powerade mix here. Yeah, it's kind of a weird selection. Yeah, Coach Hannah said the purple Powerade's the worst one. So I agree with that. I agree with that. I'm more of a fruit punch guy, so I'm always going with the red here. We'll call it Raven's Blood. So there it is. We hit that 50% like ratio there. Appreciate you guys. Ooh, yeah, thick mixture there. A lot of. I guess I put a lot of vodka in now. That's all right. That's how we roll, baby. That's how we roll. Let's see. Somebody asked me another question. Does the hat come with a couple beers? I don't think you can ship alcohol. I don't think that's legal. So it's not gonna come. It's not gonna come with any Happy Dads, but it does come with a hat and the chain, or hat and the chain. Mike Nintendo Masters said, Chris, so do you want to tank? It is what it is at this point right now. I will say, when the Bengals win and I go home later, I'm in a better mood. Would a higher draft pick be nice? Yeah, sure. But I don't know. The Bengals got to prove that they can actually pick good players in the draft. So he said that's going to hurt you in the rankings. Well, you know what? I want what's best for the future of the team. And that is Caleb Downs. That's Caleb Downs.
Well, I was just going to say, Chris, kind of nice this year. It's not a heavy quarterback draft. It's actually shrinking quarterback-wise. But if you were to win, I kind of like the players, position players and whatever else available from, like, where you could land, right? So, like, 8 to 15. I don't know. I feel like if you land anywhere in that space, you could get somebody solid, because you could land at 13 and snag somebody like, I don't know, I'm just naming like Sonny Styles. You could get a Sonny Styles for your defense. You could get like a Caleb Downs at 9. You could get a Caleb Downs at 6. You could get, I don't know, if Carnell Tate drops, why not?
Yeah.
I think you got some options if you win, but if you lose, you do float in that Caleb Downs, Arvell Reese range.
Yeah, Chasing Edits down there saying we need better offensive line and Caleb Downs and better people on the tight ends. I think your tight ends are fine, personally. I just have a feeling Caleb Downs is going to be on the board when you pick, and you're going to go with, like, Caden Proctor or something, which is, like, fine, especially because Orlando Brown hasn't been that good this year. Past couple of games he's been okay. But it's just like, man, you need defensive help. You need defensive help so bad. So bad. So I don't know, man. I got a feeling no matter where you pick, Caleb Downs is going to be there because he's a safety. And the NFL, for some reason, doesn't value safeties. But if you watch this Bengals team, the safety play, the linebacker play has been absolutely awful this year. I will say Jordan Battle and Geno Stone have played better, but the missed tackles are brutal. They're just super, super brutal. So, yeah, Caleb Downs is the guy that I want. Or Arvell Reese. I just don't know if you're going to be in that Arvell Reese range. I personally think he's probably going to go top 3 or 5.
Yeah, you see Caleb Downs wins the Thorpe Award Friday night.
Yeah.
And, like, his stats, if you look at his physical numbers, not overly impressive or, like, nothing pops. But that should just tell you, like, how good Caleb Downs is. And he got Heisman votes.
Yeah.
So it's like he didn't have good numbers, and yet he's easily the best defensive back and regarded as one of the best college football players. That should tell you what he could do for your defense if he's not even, like, tackling.
Yeah. He's just always in the right place at the right time. He's such a smart guy. He helps you in pass defense. He helps you in run defense. Man, tell you what, watching this kid, you guys know I'm the host of the Alabama Report as well. Watching that kid his freshman year at Alabama play, just the confidence that he played with. He had over 100 tackles his freshman year at Alabama in the SEC. That is super, super impressive.
Plus, he's so mature.
He's so mature.
You're not going to have, not that it was ever up for debate, but, like, you're not going to have a Jermaine Burton issue here.
No.
Like this, and he could be, like, a future leader of your team. And,
he could be the green dot guy too. Like you don't have,
easy.
You could take that off the plate of your linebackers, and you could make him your green dot guy, and he would be so good at it.
Or you could make him. I've been thinking like I said, you want to go non-numbers, be quarterback of the defense, and be an adult out there, or you flip and you go Ed Reed style. Let's let him make plays everywhere. Let's let him roam around. Like, he could do either for you.
He could do anything you ask for. We got a $10 super chat to start off our show today from Tim Tyra saying, "Hooday, let's go." Shout out Tim Tyra. Everybody type your TTs down in the chat. That is a wheel spin for the hat and chain raffle. We'll be giving it away at the end of the season here. But Tim Tyra coming in with that $10 super chat. We will spin the raffle wheel for that, and we will double whatever it lands on here during the pregame show. So make sure you guys get your super chats in for that as well. Go ahead and spin this puppy here, Billy.
Oh.
Give me 40. Bam.
Yay!
Let's go. That's what I'm talking about. Easy peasy right there. That's 25 cents an entry. Is my math there right, Billy? That's great. Tim
That's
Tyra.
what they get for first spin of the day, baby. That's great.
That's what I'm talking about. Sometimes these spins, like a couple weeks ago, they were just landing on 5. But man, 10 to start us off, that's nice. 10 to start us off is 20, which makes it 40. That's awesome. So Tim Tyra, you have got 40 entries for today's show into the hat and chain raffle. If you guys want in to the hat and chain raffle, by the way, $5 super chat gets you 5 entries to that. $10 super chat, we will spin the wheel just like you saw right there, and we'll double whatever it lands on during today's pregame show. And then $20 super chats for beer bongs here today during the pregame show. First $20 super chat is going to be 2 beer bongs to start us off here today. Got the Happy Dads cooked up. We got just a couple more slots left on the beer bong of honor here. Whoa. Focus. There we go. Just got a couple more slots left here on the beer bong of honor before we have to start going down the tube there. So make sure you guys get those in right now, because once the game starts, those prices go up. And you know, every time we do beer bongs, it seems like good things happen. It seems like good things happen for the Bengals. So make sure you guys get those in here. Like I said, first $20 beer bong here of the day is going to be 2 entries. First $20 super chat, Jesus. First $20 super chat is going to be 2 beer bongs here today. which I love getting rowdy for you guys. I love getting rowdy. I love crashing out because you know it's going to happen. You know it's going to happen. Tyler Dowd down there spamming Go Bengals. You love to see it. You love to see it. Keep spamming that shit, Tyler. Keep spamming it. I got to imagine, too. Did we take the early lead on Ravens run down there on Super Chats? Okay, Billy's getting that updated there. Going up against Ravens rundown in our Super Chat battle today as well. Up 10 zip. Up 10 zip here today. Maybe the Bengals can do that for themselves, too. I'm going to go ahead and switch this over to CBS just so I don't miss the start to this game because nobody likes that. Nobody likes that. Jason said, I'm scared we're going to lose. Hey, it's a win-win, Jason. Either you have a good rest of your day, rest of your afternoon, whatever, if you win, and if you end up losing, you go up a little bit in the draft order. So it's kind of a win-win today. It's kind of a win-win. You can be positive. There's a positive way to spin this and look at this. But you guys can vote at the pin poll as well. Do you want to beat the Ravens today? Yes or no? Yes, because F the Ravens. Or no, you want to tank for a higher draft pick. So you guys can go and vote at the pin poll here today. Let's see. Jason saying, did you hear the rumors on Joe Burrow? We'll talk about those rumors here in just a little bit. But look, we played just 2 weeks ago versus the Ravens, and the Bengals dominated that game, which is crazy. It was Joe Burrow's first game back from that toe injury. Your defense came out. They played incredible. They forced 5 turnovers in that game. You were able to at least limit Derrick Henry. I still think he had like 100 yards because he did have that one reception for 44 yards. But why was that? Why was that? He leaks out of the backfield, and you have 2 linebackers right there. Neither one of them breaks down, and they let him get outside for a 44-yard gain there. So he still had 100 yards in that game, but 10 carries for 60 yards and a touchdown. I'll take that all day if you're trying to win this ball game today. Isaiah Likely as well, by the way. He's kind of been banged up a little bit. We'll see if it'll be him or Andrews today. Because Mark Andrews, by the way, did sign a 3-year contract extension last week? Something like that. He signed a contract extension, Mark Andrews did, with the Ravens last week or the week before, something like that. So, look, man, covering tight ends has been tough. It's been tough sledding for the Bengals here this year. You go back like the last 10 games or so. Great stuff here, Billy. Great stuff pulling this up. You go back all the way to the Lions game. What was that, like the 4th game of the season or something like that? 5th game of the season? Pretty much every single game you play, a tight end is the leading receiver. Dawson Knox and Dalton Kincaid last week were 1 and 2 in terms of leading receiving yards there at 1 and 2. Isaiah Likely, Mark Andrews, both of those guys were 1 and 2. Hunter Henry, Austin Hooper against the Patriots, both of those guys were 1 and 2. I think Darnell Washington was number 2 in that game. But, yeah, he went absolutely stupid. Colston Loveland was the leading receiver for the Bears in that game. You missed the tackle there at the end of the game, and, you give up like a 60-yard touchdown to him. I think even Pat Freiermuth at the end of that first Steelers game, it was a whole lot closer than what it should have been because with like 2 minutes left in the game, you give up like a 70-yard touchdown to him as well. I get it. A lot of these guys are really good players. Hunter Henry, Dawson Knox, Mark Andrews, Isaiah Likely. The list goes on and on and on. Colston Loveland, Sam Laporta. They're good players, but my God, can you cover a tight end? The Bengals have not shown that they've been able to do that so far this year. Same thing applies for this game today with Isaiah Likely and Mark Andrews. I want to hear from you guys, though, down inside the comment section. Get your score predictions in here for us. Get your score predictions in for this game today between the Bengals and the Ravens. Cold weather game today.
Other thing with the tight ends, Chris, you can see on the stat we had up, not just one tight end will eat during these poor performances, too. Yeah. And then even the guys that you see like don't have touchdowns, They're just getting the ball till they get to the red zone, then they hand it off. So, no, they don't have touchdowns, but they're still, like, guiding these offensive drives more than one tight end at a time.
That's like the key to victory for every single team is get the ball to a tight end over the middle of the field. It's hurt you. It's hurt you a lot. Chase and Edit saying 27-21 Bengals. Josh saying 32-14 Bengals. 24-17 Bengals from Jonathan. 31-28 from Nolan. 36-17 from Jason. A lot of love in the chat for the Bengals today, which I can respect all day. Let's see. Ant Huff saying 34-10 Bengals. We got Derek Deal in here from Lynchburg, Virginia. Shout out Derek saying 31-14 Bengals today. Mark saying Burrow's back, so I'm guessing 30-ish for the Bengals. Probably. The big key thing is how many points is your defense going to give up? Let's see. Noah saying 45-42 Bengals in overtime. That would be a crazy game. That would be a fun game at least. That's really what I'm hoping for is a fun game. Chase and Edits wants time to move faster here. I agree with Chase and Edits there. Let's go to the Bengals inactives here for this game today. T. Higgins going to be out with a concussion. I was pretty pissed off last week in how they handled that situation there with T. Higgins. Because obviously in that Patriots game, got knocked out cold. Then ended up missing the game after that with those concussion-like symptoms. Ends up coming back for last week's game. And they, banged his head on the ground multiple times in that Bills game last week. The booth, the people up in the booth, the brain people, the brain doctors called down, and they're like, hey, you guys need to check out T. Higgins. He goes into the blue tent. Bengals training staff, who obviously, I'm not going to say that. Maybe they need an upgrade there. For one, they kept saying it was a hip injury for Trey Hendrickson. He ends up having surgery on his core. So that's one thing that they missed. And then T. Higgins, they said he didn't have a concussion. And then as soon as the game ends, he goes back to the staff and he's like, hey, I've got concussion-like symptoms right now. So T. Higgins is out for this game with a concussion, by the way. Jake Browning is not injured, Chase and Edits. He is just inactive. He's your emergency third quarterback today, obviously, with Joe Burrow being back. Joe Flacco is going to be QB2, so don't need to, have three quarterbacks on the active roster here today. So he's going to be the emergency third quarterback. P.J. Jewell still nursing that ankle injury, and then you have Jordan Jefferson, who is a healthy scratch today as well. So with T. Higgins being out, it makes you wonder who's actually going to be that wide receiver 2 target for the Bengals here today. Jamar Chase obviously going to be number 1, but I would imagine the Ravens are probably going to double team him, bracket him all day long, because why wouldn't you? But it's going to be interesting between Andre Yoshivas and Mitchell Tinsley. Andre Yoshivas kind of has had an up and down year at times. Beginning of the year, kind of middle of the year, he's dropped some, big time targets. But still, last week he dropped the ball on I think it was like 2nd and 10, but then the very next play comes back, makes a nice catch there on 3rd and 10. It's been kind of up and down for Andre Yoshivas this year. Mitchell Tinsley, kind of the same thing with him as well. A couple weeks ago against the A couple of weeks ago when T. Higgins was out, Mitchell Tinsley was the number 2 receiver in terms of targets. Andre Yoshivas had 1 catch for like 29 yards in that game. So yardage-wise, Andre Yoshivas was number 2, but Mitchell Tinsley had 9 targets in that game with only 2 catches. So it's going to be interesting to see who Joe Burrow tries to get the ball to as that number 2 wide receiver here. And like I said, Trey Hendrickson, done for the season. We have not seen him since, halftime of that Jets game in Week 8. Saw a specialist this past week. Ended up electing to have season-ending surgery, and what ended up being a core injury for Trey Hendrickson there. For weeks we were being told it was a hip/pelvis. Ends up being a core injury there for Trey Hendrickson. So 2 different injuries here for the Bengals. You have the concussion situation there with T. Higgins, and yeah, I get it. I guess hip, pelvis, core, kind of all in the same area, but I mean, come on, guys. He was out for 5 weeks, 6 weeks if you include the trade deadline, and we thought it was a hip injury that whole time. Really? You didn't do more tests? I don't really understand that. But either way, he was officially placed on injured reserve on Thursday. So Bengals, I believe, by the way, today, they didn't call anybody up from the practice squad. So, yeah, no elevations. This is from Paul Dehner Jr. No elevations from the practice squad. So they're 1 short on the 53-man roster today. That should tell you everything you need to know. Yeah, it's just kind of lazy. Call somebody up. Figure something out. Sign somebody. I don't know. Whatever. Either way, Trey Hendrickson out for the rest of the season. And that brings up the question, what is going to be the future here for Trey Hendrickson with Cincinnati? If you guys remember the whole, ordeal of him holding in the offseason, he wanted, multiple years guaranteed. I think he wanted 3 years guaranteed for him. And, the Bengals didn't want to do 3 years guaranteed, which I guess at this hindsight's 2020, but I guess that was probably a good move, at this point, not giving him that guaranteed money. But I do think it is of note that there is not a no-tag clause in his contract. So there's multiple things that could happen after the season here for Trey Hendrickson. They could just let him go. They could just part ways mutually with Trey Hendrickson and just let him go, be a free agent, or they could tag him, or they could tag and trade him. A lot of different ways, a lot of different avenues they could go here with Trey Hendrickson. If they do end up using that franchise tag on Trey Hendrickson, it would be about $35 million. Coming off this season-ending injury, now, he's expected to be good with about 6 weeks, or in about 6 weeks. So, by the time you get to, next year, he's totally going to be healthy at that point there. But still, he's north of 30 years old at this point, coming off a season-ending injury like that. Do you want to pay $35 million to Trey Hendrickson? I genuinely just do not know what the answer to that is going to end up being. The past 2 seasons, he was absolutely incredible. Arguably the best defensive player in the National Football League. But this year, he only ended up playing 7 games. Now, in those 7 games, he was playing really well. And really, it was really only 6.5 games what he ended up playing there, because he left at halftime there of that Jets game in Week 8. So, I don't know. It's going to be a big question there. Derek Deal says keep him around. It's going to be a big decision there for Duke Tobin and Zach Taylor and this Bengals front office this offseason. So, I mean, 2 guys that, you're depending on a lot for the rest of the season is going to be Joseph Ossai and Myles Murphy. Now, that's another question mark. Joseph Ossai is also going to be a free agent after the season. So, it makes you wonder. There's going to be a lot of questions for this front office, what they end up doing here. Do you sign Joseph Ossai to a contract extension? Myles Murphy is still going to be good for, at least 1 extra season. You did draft Shamar Stewart last year. They did open his 21-day practice window officially, but he's going to be out for this game at least. And I think he only has 6 tackles in, 5 games this year? I'm not going to use the B word when it comes to Shamar Stewart at this point now. I don't think that's fair just 1 year in, especially, being injured a lot. But, going into next season, that's going to be a big key year for Shamar Stewart. So, so if you let Trey Hendrickson and you let Joseph Ossai walk, you got Myles Murphy, do the Bengals then end up, trying to, go edge rusher in the NFL draft this year? Personally, I would like to get a safety. I would maybe even like to get a linebacker as well, but I don't think they're going to go that route with the 2 45-year-old rookie linebackers that you have right now that they say they have all the confidence in the world in. You also have your defensive coordinator here that, was a linebackers coach a couple of years ago. They have confidence that they're going to be able to, develop those guys. So it makes you wonder. It makes you wonder what they're going to do. I don't know if Arvell Reese is going to be in the range for you there. He could play linebacker. He could, move up and play that edge rusher role. Reuben Bain Jr. is an interesting prospect as well. I think Keldrick Falk is just – he's got Bengal written all over him. He's just like – out of these guys, he's not bad at all. He's a first-round guy, but he's probably the least impressive out of all of these 5 guys, in my opinion. Maybe Auburn's not using him the correct way there. That could definitely be the case there. Cassius Howell has played really well for Texas A&M this year. He's really risen up a lot of draft boards. David Bailey for Texas Tech. The Texas Tech defense has been, just absolutely incredible this year. So, it makes you wonder, what are the Bengals going to do this offseason, especially if they end up letting Trey Hendrickson go? So I want to hear from you guys down inside the comments. Will Trey Hendrickson be with the Bengals next season? By the way, also wanted to answer Chasen Edits' question here about Chidobe Awuzie saying, will he play for the Ravens today? He's not on the inactives for the Ravens today. You got Cooper Rush as the emergency third quarterback. Rashad Bateman's out with an ankle injury. Joseph Noteboom is a healthy scratch. Anais Peebles is out, and Keon Martin is out. That's the inactives list there for the Baltimore Ravens. So Chidobe Awuzie, I would assume, going to play, but he has been banged up here for the Ravens this week. So let me know what you guys think. Will Trey Hendrickson be with the Bengals next season? Coach Hannah said it depends on recovery. He should be good to go, before the playoffs end. That's kind of the crazy thing there. They waited too long, unfortunately. They waited too long to end up doing that surgery, which makes me just question this Bengals training staff. I'm not a doctor, Billy, but, it seems like they mismanaged that whole situation there. William Snipes saying, yes, he will be with the Bengals. Jacob saying yes. Zach saying yes. Parker saying this trade deal could go either way.
I'm actually not crazy concerned about production fall off, Chris. Actually, I personally think defensive ends usually age pretty well. Like, you can get a lot out of them until they're about 35.
Yeah.
The problem is he wants an extension, right? So if he had his contract, you'd feel pretty good about keeping him. Problem is he doesn't. So you have no idea what to pay a guy who's currently hurt, and just like, how do you find a middle ground where it's like, hey, you're hurt, but we still want you, but you're hurt. You're probably not going to have a great year next year, and you're clearly like getting older, and like, just such a tough middle ground. My prediction would be no, probably let him walk.
Yeah. And honestly, too, like, going this route that they did. They gave him a raise this year, paid him $30 million. Trey Hendrickson's a smart guy. He's got a smart agent. The fact that there is not a no tag clause in his contract, they said when they were going through that whole situation that they wanted to go try to find a different route to be able to pay Trey Hendrickson his guaranteed money, because that's where everything stuck, right, was on the guaranteed money there. So basically it shakes out to be they tag him, and then you get that guaranteed money, which is about $35 million next year, which is what Trey Hendrickson wanted. So it's just, now with the injury playing a factor here.
I may be incorrect, but usually a tag is a death sentence.
Kind of, yeah.
For a contract extension.
Yeah.
Call me out if I'm wrong. The only one I can remember where somebody got tagged and then they nicely found like a contract solution was Dak.
T.
And that's it.
They tagged T.
The Bengals did?
Yeah, they tagged T. Higgins. And
okay.
Then found a way to pay him.
Then I may be wrong. That's why Chris is the host, and I'm just the janitor.
Right? So, there's different guys. There's different guys where sometimes it works out.
I just remember the one I will always remember is Cousins.
Yeah.
Where they're just like, it's like gun to his head every year. They're just like, you're coming back. You're coming back. You're coming back. You're coming back. Till finally his tag was like absurd. It was like he had to come back for $45 million.
If I had to predict what the Bengals are going to end up doing there, it's just a far out in the future prediction. I would kind of think they let Trey walk and they pay Joseph Osai.
Interesting.
That's because then you have Shamar Stewart. You know, you got Miles Murphy under contract for at least another year. And, you know, you could go in a different direction there in the draft. Because I really hope they go defense. It would be such a Bengals thing for them to go offensive line.
Kind of needed, though.
You know, Orlando Brown still is technically under contract through 2026. I still wonder what they're going to do with him as well. I see them going like Caden Proctor, man. And it's like, Caden Proctor's a good prospect, but
That'll be a reach. That's a reach.
I think he has not played as well as a lot of people expected him to play this year. And it would be another one of these guys that it's just like, okay, he's a good offensive lineman, but he's definitely not the best one in the draft class. And there's probably going to be a couple guys there.
I'd like a trade back for the Bengals.
A trade
if
back?
you land at 9, trade back, snag another late first rounder, and then maybe a second, and then it's like now you come away, can just kind of stack up positions. If you got needs, you gotta. We've talked before, right? Like if you're bad at drafting, get all the swings you can.
Yeah.
Or player, or go. You take the 9 pick. We'll take 15 and like a legitimate offensive lineman that you have. You know,
Yeah.
like get like he's gonna be a free agent, so it's a bad example. Like get like a Wyatt Teller from Cleveland, or like get like a like Dallas got Kenny Clark.
Yeah.
Like Kenny Clark, maybe not a star, but like Kenny Clark plays for the Cowboys.
And he's not Quinnen Williams for him, but
Right.
he's been good.
But he's played immediately.
He's helped their defense.
Sure.
Like, and another thing I keep seeing in these mock drafts are Peter Woods from Clemson, defensive tackle. I don't know if I like that mock draft pick.
That's a Bengals pick.
Like last year, I really liked Peter Woods going into this season.
He was projected top 10.
Yeah, he was projected top 10.
I don't know what happened there.
Hasn't been great. In defensive tackles, a lot of the time, it's like, you know, film over stats type of thing. You know, you're eating up a lot of blocks and stuff like that. You're not all the time going to get all the tackles. You're not all the time, you know, going to get a bunch of pressures and sacks and things like that. You know, especially if you're one of those guys that eats up blocks. But, you know, I don't know, man. I don't know. It's going to be an interesting thing there. Huday's saying nah for Trey Hendrickson returning. Derek's Young also saying why. We got about 15, 16 minutes or so away until kickoff here. This is the pregame Super Chat menu here today. $5 Super Chat gets you in to the Bengals raffle. We're going to be raffling off the hat and the chain here at the end of the season. It's our Bengals party hat, rally hat, crash out hat, whatever you want to call it. Going to be giving it away at the end of the season here. So $5 Super Chat during the pregame gets you 5 entries into that raffle. $10 Super Chat, we will spin the raffle wheel and we will double whatever it lands on. And then a $20 Super Chat, man. We're doing beer bongs here on the show. Got some Happy Dads cooked up here for us today. Got some wild cherry, got some lemon lime. First $20 Super Chat is 2 beer bongs here today. So make sure, look, I want to know who wants to party. We are, well, what, 10 or so minutes away until kickoff, somewhere around there. And we have yet to do a beer bong, which does make me sad. I want to get a little bit rowdy before the game starts today. Usually when we do beer bongs in the pregame, the Bengals start off hot. And that's what I want, a little hot start. It's chilly out there today. We got to warm up. We got to warm up today with some beer bongs as well. By the way, we're going to be doing hot sauce shots during the game as well, so make sure you stick around for that. Yeah, $20 Super Chat, going to be 2 beer bongs. The first $20 Super Chat to start us off here today. So we'll see. We'll see who the first one. I tell you what, the first $20 Super Chat gets the 2 beer bongs and 20 entries. We'll spice it up there a little bit as well. So 20 entries plus 2 beer bongs for the first $20 Super Chat of today's show. Let's go ahead and talk about the draft a little bit here as well. Because, you know, the Bengals are in a spot right now. Do you want to win today? Do you not want to win today? Currently, right now, this is per Tankathon. the current top 10 of the draft order. Giants have number 1 right now. I think where you sit, in the teams that are at 1 through 3, you're probably not getting a top 3 pick. But there's a chance you could slide your way into the top 5 if you lose out and some other things happen. By the way, Thursday Night Football helped us out a little bit here. Bengals right now sitting at number 9. Just the other day, they were sitting at number 10. The Rams are at that number 10 pick right now over the Falcons. Or because of the Falcons, they made a trade last year for James Pierce Jr. to go get him. So the Rams have that Falcons pick this year. So you're going off the Falcons record. But the Falcons ended up winning Thursday Night Football, which is very, very interesting there against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I don't know what's going on with Tampa Bay, but there's going to be a couple games that we're going to be monitoring here today. And we will talk about a couple of those games that we are going to monitor with our red zone coverage here during this 1 p.m. slate of games here. Before we get into a couple of those games, though, we want to give a shout-out to the sponsor of today's show. It's Omaha Steaks. From holiday hosting to unforgettable gifts, Omaha Steaks delivers the world's best steak experience. You guys can do exactly what I did this holiday season by gifting family and friends USDA-certified tender steaks, juicy burgers, cozy and convenient comfort meals, and so much more. And now, during their Sizzle All the Way sale, you can get 50% off site-wide at omahasteaks.com. Plus, our listeners here at Bengals Breakdown get an additional $35 off just by using promo code Bengals at checkout. That link, by the way, throwing it down in the live chat right now. So I give you guys permission to leave the stream right now. Go to omahasteaks.com and check out the incredible deals that they got going on right now. I've already ordered a couple of bundles for my brother and his fiance, and one of my best friends, his wife, and his family did that just a couple nights ago. It was like 10 p.m., Billy. I was on omahasteaks.com, ordered it. Got a notification, actually, at 1:45 a.m. Said my order was processed and shipped already. That's how quick it was. Came in the mail for them in like 3 days. It was super quick. It was super easy. You know, you put in your billing information. You put in whoever you're sending it to. You're putting in their shipping information, and you can also put in a little Christmas note for them as well. It's a great, great present around the holiday season here. It's super simple, super easy to end up doing there. Right now is the perfect time to save on delicious gifts and holiday hosting favorites. Every steak is perfectly aged to maximize tenderness and hand-cut by master butchers in America's heartland. So save big on gourmet gifts and more holiday favorites with Omaha Steaks, and visit omahasteaks.com for 50% off site-wide during their Sizzle All the Way sale, and for an extra $35 off, use promo code Bengals at checkout. My parents, by the way, did it the other day as well. They had a couple bundles that they had that was about $200. They used that promo code Bengals, got $35 off. Terms do apply, by the way, and you could see the website for extra details on that. But that's omahasteaks.com, promo code Bengals for an additional $35 off. That link, by the way, down in the live chat of today's show, also down in the description of today's show as well. We appreciate Omaha Steaks for being the sponsor of our show today. By the way, during that ad read, we did get a $20 super chat coming in here from B. Henry. That's going to be 20 entries into the hat and chain raffle. There we go. B. Henry. Everybody type your B's in the chat. Type your Who Days in the chat. That's going to be 20 entries plus 2 beer bongs as we get ready. If I can just spell Henry right, that would be incredible. That would be nice. 20 entries. Spam your Who Days and everything like that. Got the entries in there. 2 beer bongs going down as we get ready for kickoff here in just a couple of minutes. I'll just verbalize a couple of these games here, Billy, while we're just chilling, waiting. Okay. You got the Cardinals versus the Texans today. You got the Jets versus the Jags. Oh, shit. Can you give me some paper towels, Billy? I just knocked the beer over. Of course I did. Where was I at? Where was I at? You got the Jets versus the Jags today. I didn't spill an incredible amount, so that's good. Just knocked it over as I was cracking it. And then you got what I'm calling the Week 15 toilet bowl between the Commanders and the Giants. I think you want the Commanders to win that one because you're never going to catch the Giants. So you want the Commanders to win that one. I think that's realistic. You got the Saints versus the Panthers. That's an interesting matchup because as of right now, the Panthers are leading the division, and they're set to make the playoffs, which I never thought would happen. I never thought that would happen. The Panthers making the playoffs this year. So we're going for the Saints in that game. And then you have the Browns versus the Bears as well. You want the Bears to win that game. That's a realistic outcome there. We'll see what happens there. We've got our red zone graphics that we will feature on screen a lot for this game today. So that's the rooting guide there today. You already won on Thursday Night Football with the Falcons beating the Bucs. Did I say no? Yeah. You want the Bears. You want the Bears to beat the Browns today. So we need. No, I'm an idiot. You need the Browns to beat the Bears. I'm an idiot.
You want the Browns to win.
Yeah. So you need the Cardinals to beat the Texans. You need the Jets to beat the Jags. Probably need the Commanders to beat the Giants. The Saints to beat the Panthers. And the Browns to beat the Bears today. That'll just help you out in terms of the draft order because if you end up losing today, it just helps you out in terms of the draft order there. So either way, it's going to be a win-win here for the Bengals. Let's go bottoms up. Get my microphone out of the way. Ooh. The first one never goes down fast, Billy. Really, none of them ever go down fast, but the first one never does.
Good time on that one, though.
Dangerous Drew said, literally none of those are going to happen. I didn't think the Falcons were going to beat the Bucs either. Any given Sunday, baby. Any given Sunday. I mean, the Commanders definitely could beat the Giants. That's a toilet bowl game. That's a toilet bowl game. Let's see. Lemon lime. So, that one could definitely happen.
This is a Browns win today.
And the Commanders, by the way, at number 6, and the Bengals are at number 9.
That would help.
It would help. It would at least tie you.
And I'm officially predicting a Browns win today.
Billy's predicted a Browns win today. There you go. That defense is going to go crazy today, huh, Billy?
Caleb Williams in the cold. That's what I keep thinking about.
That's what I keep thinking. Chicago. It's kind of always cold in Chicago, isn't it?
I said what I said.
The Windy City.
I've logged my prediction. I can't get rid of it.
Where is he from? Like out of high school originally?
I thought Texas. That might be wrong. He played it.
Because obviously he went to he went to Oklahoma, then USC.
Remember the game last year, and he was like, "It's super cold here," and they're all like, "Yeah."
Steve said, "Tell me there's no chance without saying it."
Yeah.
Dude, the seats are frozen. Nobody is sitting down in Paycor Stadium today. Nobody is taking a seat in Paycor Stadium today.
Caleb Williams from D.C. I didn't know that.
From D.C. Okay, it gets cold there. It gets cold there.
Can't handle it. Shador can handle the cold.
Shador can handle the cold. Caleb can't.
Shout out J.O.D.
Shout out J.O.D. Here we go. Second beer bong. This is for B. Henry. Get B. Henry here on the beer bong of honor as well. First two of the day. We're getting rowdy. We're getting rowdy today on Bengals Breakdown.
Chris, I've seen the comment a couple times. I'd like you to answer unless I missed it. Phillip Rivers thoughts. Phillip Rivers predictions for today. I've seen the question be asked multiple times in the chat. We have a grandfather.
Who
literally.
Are they playing?
Huh?
Who are they playing? He's not a grandfather.
Yeah, he is.
He's a grandfather?
His daughter has a kid.
Oh, really? Is his daughter the oldest one?
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't know that.
Yeah, he has 2 daughters that are married.
I didn't know that. I thought his son, who is a junior right now in high school.
No, he has 2 daughters that
He's
are
the
like
oldest.
23 and 24.
Okay. Grandfather Rivers. I don't know. It surprised me that they reached out to Phillip Rivers. Like, there's some other guys who
They play the Seahawks at 4.
I'm sure
Shout out Will Ortner.
they could have reached out to, but hey, he
Well,
did play there before he retired.
And I was going to say, I didn't
Like-
know either, and you were telling me maybe, or maybe Aiden was telling me, he's worked with Shane Steichen in L.A. Or no, Steichen was in with the Colts for the first one that Rivers was there. And so it's a similar offense, Tom Downey was telling me. So, like, only reason they brought him in is he knows the offense right now.
Yeah.
So that's it.
Yeah.
It's not like, oh, Phillips Rivers might have some juice left. It's just like, hey, he knows the offense. We're not teaching another quarterback the offense this week. Plug and play.
Yeah, coming off a semifinals loss in the Alabama high school football playoffs, lost to Jackson High School in the playoffs there as a coach. So very interesting there for Phillip Rivers. I don't know how he's going to do. It would be absolutely hilarious if he goes out there and cooks. It would be awesome.
Well, I
that
saw
would be
the
fun.
rumor. I don't know if you saw, Chris. They were like, he needs health care, or he needs like health insurance, and like it was about to run out, and that's why he's back.
I don't know.
I kept commenting on her page. I'm like, he has a job. He has health
Yeah,
care.
he's a head coach
he's
for
fine.
a private school,
Yeah, he has health
for a
care.
private Catholic school. If you guys are ready for kickoff here, spam your Who Days down in the chat. We are getting ready to go. The Bengals will kick off. The Bengals will kick off to start this ball game today. It is 6 degrees in Cincinnati. It snowed a lot last night, but the field is clear. It is sunny, and Evan McPherson gets it away. Bengals wearing white tops, orange helmets, orange pants today, white socks. The Ravens will take it across the 30, down to the 34, 35-yard line to start this one off. Like I said, we will, here in just a little bit, obviously game's just kicked off, so we'll wait a little bit, but we will feature that red zone graphic a lot here today to keep you guys updated on our rooting guide. Lamar Jackson is good to go. Starting off in the shotgun here with Derrick Henry in at running back. And they'll hand it off to Henry up the middle. He's going to pick up, give him 5. Maybe 4. Tim Tyra wants a takeaway here. When these two teams played 2 weeks ago, the Bengals defense forced 5 turnovers. Can they do it again here today? There's a Bengals player down after the first play of the game. B.J. Hill. And we go to commercial early on here on CBS. Crazy. Let's go ahead and feature that in-game super chat menu here, Billy. Wow, Texans already up 6-0 on the Cardinals. We need a Cardinals dub in that one. Did they return the opening kickoff or something? No, it must have just been a real quick scoring drive there. Scoot over so you can see the Jags game. So we need the Browns to win today. Yeah, you're good. We need the Cardinals to win today. We need the Jets to win today. Yeah, Parker's saying one of our best DTs. I would argue probably the best DT that's on this team right now. Did see Joseph Osai out there, by the way. That's really good. He's been kind of nursing a little bit of an injury as well. I think it was a shin, for Joseph Osai, if I'm not mistaken. Hopefully he just maybe got kicked or something like that. It's real cold. It's real cold today. Tackling Derrick Henry does not help. Does not help. So I should probably write that down for our post-game video too, especially if it's anything worse. The in-game Super Chat menu here, going to be giving away the Bengals hat and chain at the end of the season. $2 Super Chat gets you in on that raffle. $5 Super Chat, we'll spin the raffle wheel. $10 Super Chat, we'll do some hot sauce shots for you here. Very, very cold in Cincinnati today, so trying to warm up with the hot sauce shots. $20 for shots, $50 for a beer bong here today. Nobody in their seats today as they are all frozen. B.J. Hill walking around on the sideline, goes into the blue tent. Let's check out this replay here. Oh, kind of tripped one of those Ravens offensive linemen. He fell on the back of his legs there. Handoff Derrick Henry up the middle. It's going to bring up 3rd and 1. Tackled by Demetrius Knight. By the way, it's Jordan Battle's birthday today. Can we get a birthday pick for Jordan Battle? I think he might have had a pick. Forced a fumble, something like that. I say, yeah. Oh, was Jordan Battle the one that punched the ball out for the touchback?
Sure, yeah,
I think that's who it was. Type those threes, folks. It's 3rd and 1. Handoff again, Derrick Henry up the middle. He's going to get it. Down across the 45, down to about the 47. Lamar in the shotgun. He'll put Flowers in motion to the right side. Here's the snap. Lamar looking left. Caught. Andrews. Turner's there after a gain of 3. I'll tell you what, if I was a coach out there today, I'd be wearing the face mask. I'd be wearing the face mask. Put Flowers in motion again. Flip out, right side, Henry. He's not going to get anything. He was met in the backfield, by the way, from Miles Murphy there. Excuse me. Did not end up making the tackle, but forced him back inside. He set the edge. A couple of other guys were there. Good job there by Miles Murphy coming off that right side. That's one thing that the Bengals defensive ends have really struggled with this year, setting the edge. Good job early on there. 3rd and 7. Lamar, back to pass, steps up in the pocket. He's going to be sacked. Miles Murphy, type your 99s in the chat. 2 big plays back-to-back for Murphy. Coming alive. Bengals had a little mugged up look. Walked the linebackers up. You got freaking Demetrius Knight turned around at the snap. But either way, Miles Murphy gets the sack. And the Ravens will punt. Low snap. Still gets it away. High punt here. And it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. So the Bengals will take over on offense after 2 really, really good plays there from Miles Murphy. Got some pressure on Derrick Henry on 2nd down. Forced him back inside. See there, loss of 1. and then sack Lamar Jackson for a loss of 2 there. Great job. Great job by the defense early on. But big key thing there is second half. How are they going to play? Make sure you guys drop a like on today's show. We're 20 away from hitting 100. I'll do a shot once we hit 100. Can we get it right now? I'll do a shot once we get to 100. We should have about 200, to be honest with you. There's 400 people watching right now. 200 would be a 50% like ratio. Drop a like on the show today. We'll do a shot once we get to 100. There it is. There it is. Can we get to 200 right now? Can we get to that 50% like ratio during the commercial break? If you want the Bengals to win today, because F the Ravens, like the show. If you want the Bengals to lose today, because you want a higher draft pick, like the show. I respect either situation you're in right now. But drop a like. It's a win-win today, folks. If the Bengals win today, you're probably going to have a better afternoon. Going up against Ravens Rundown today in our like battle, by the way. We are just barely beating them. We are barely beating them. Joey Peterson, the dirty dog, he's always trying to cheat in our super chat battles and our like battles. Gage, what are they doing out there? Is Gage his producer today? Okay. We're at 132. Can we hit 200 during the commercial break? You got it. Yeah. Yeah, the Ravens Rundown over there, they always try to cheat. But we can pull up their stream and we can see their numbers, so they're not going to cheat us today. The real feel, -6. 11-mile-an-hour winds today. Joe Burrow coming out here for the Bengals in the shotgun. Got some Ajay Pirine in the backfield to start off today. And Chase Brown. They'll give it to Brown up the middle. Pirine to block, and he'll pick up 1. I don't know if I've seen that look so far this year. Pirine and Brown in at the same time. Empty set. Burrow in the shotgun. Ravens going to bring 4 here. No, they'll drop 1 and only bring 3. Burrow gets it out quick. Caught. Gesicki, first down. Type your ones in the chat. Mike Gesicki getting started off early here. T. Higgins out with a concussion today. So who is going to be that number 2 target today for Joe Burrow? Joe Burr, -7. Bengals at their own 32 now, 1st and 10. Blitz comes off the edge. It's going to be a hold on Chase Brown. Joe Burrow's going to get it away, but it's going to come back. Got it to Andre Yoshivas. Would have been a gain of 8. Tried to pick up the blitz off the edge there and basically tackled the defender. Kyle Hamilton. Almost thought Hamilton was offsides there. But they did not call it. So 1st and 20 now. Got 2 tight ends in the game here for the Bengals. Burrow back to pass. Ravens bring 4. Going to get it out. Chase. Good pick up there. It's going to bring up 2nd and 2. Nice pickup there for Jamar Chase. 18-yard pickup on that play. We'll take it. Make sure you guys hit that sub button. Can we get to 23-5 today? P. Ryan in at running back here. He'll bring another blitz up the middle. Give it to P. Ryan up the middle. He's got the first down and more. Type your one. Samaje P. Ryan picking the first down up. Nice gain there. Damn, Texans beating the Cardinals' ass early on today. 4 minutes into that Cardinals game, Texans are up 10-0. Bengals at their own 48 here, 1st and 10. After that first down pickup for P. Ryan. We'll put Chase Brown to the left side here. Give it to him. Right side. Might have picked up 3. Kind of ran Ted Karras over there. We need the Browns to win. We need the Cardinals to win and the Jets. It would help us out. Second and 8. Right at midfield. Burrow looking, gets it out quick. Going to get it to Gesicki. He'll make it 3rd and 2, but a flag is down. And Gesicki's elbow is bleeding. Check out what this flag is. Hands to the face on the Ravens. That's going to be an automatic first down. Kyle Hamilton with the call there. Type your ones. Yeah, basically just punched Jamar Chase right up under the chin strap there. We'll take the first down. Bengals now down to the Ravens 45. Here's the snap. Handoff P. Ryan, left side. He's got room to work. He'll pick up 6. Keep giving it to P. Ryan, man. Keep giving it to P. Ryan. What's going on, Chaz? Dropping a hooday down in the chat. You'll love to see it.
Almost feel like P. Ryan, Chris, whether it be the Bengals or someone else, might get a nice contract this offseason.
Maybe.
I don't know. Is he a free agent? Set to be a free agent?
Good question.
If I were another team, I'd pay solid money for him to be a number 2.
Signed 2 years, 3.6. No, they got him under contract another year. Handoff P. Ryan again up the middle. He'll make it 3rd and a long 1. So it'll be 3rd down again. Type your 3s. Yeah, P. Ryan's still under contract through 2026. We'll say 3rd and 2 on the graphic, but really it's a 3rd and 1.5. Give it to him again. They will. Up the middle. P. Ryan gets the first down. Type your ones. The Bengals are driving here. Joe Burrow saying kill, kill, kill. They'll go to the second play here. Back to pass. Ravens bring forward. Dump it off to Chase Brown. Give him 5. Staying ahead of the chain. Staying ahead of the chain. Doing a good job. King Gilmore, we appreciate you joining us here today, my friend. 2nd and 4. Three, 2, here's the snap. Burrow looking back to pass. Quick slant. Chase dropped. Hit him right in the hands, and he dropped it. It was a little bit behind him, but hit him right in the hands. He knows he needs to catch that. Would have been a first down. Brings up 3rd and 4.
And despite Burrow being pretty good since he got back, Chris, I feel like him and Chase have not really cooked anything up yet, have not gotten that connection back, you know?
Yeah.
I don't think he has a touchdown, right, since Burrow got back?
That's a good question. I'm
2
not
games?
Sure. Not sure.
I'm going to double check here.
3rd and 4 at the 25. Bengals are going to take a timeout. Yeah, that was another thing in that first Ravens matchup a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah,
Bengals got to the red zone a lot, but they had to settle for 6 field goals.
Now, he did have 14 catches for 110 yards against the Ravens. No touchdown there. And then last week, he had 8 catches for 44 yards against Buffalo. So, I mean, they're getting the ball to him. Burrow, you know, but I definitely haven't felt that connection, right, that we've seen for so many years. I feel like that has not been there. And especially with T being out and T being banged up, you feel like really, and maybe Chase is getting double teamed, but you feel like that would be his go-to.
Yeah, he was open on that last play, hit him in the hands, and he dropped it. Third and 4 here from the Ravens 25. Looks like they're going to bring a blitz. We'll see if they do. Looks like they're playing man. They'll bring 4 and a spy. Burrow spins out of the pocket. Flag comes down. Burrow's going to take off. And he just banged his head on the field pretty hard there. Pick up a 1. We'll see what the flag is. Looks like they're pointing in the Ravens' direction. Holding on the Ravens. Both teams. Illegal motion on the Bengals. Holding on the Ravens. They're going to offset, replay 3rd down. Burrow empty set. Calling out Roger. Ravens bring 4. Burrow goes down. That left side, I don't know what happened there. There's a free rusher. I mean, Dylan Fairchild just let him go. I don't know if that was a slide protection there. He was calling out Roger. Does that mean slide right? Because Fairchild put out one hand and just went to the right and just let Robinson go. The joke. Drive stalls, you got to punt. Fair catch at the 15. The drive stalls out after the sack on Joe Burrow there. That really sucks. That really sucks. All right, we'll give a shout out to the sponsor of our show today. It's Omaha Steaks. From holiday hosting to unforgettable gifts, Omaha Steaks delivers the world's best steak experience. You guys can do exactly what I did this holiday season, just the other day, by the way, by gifting family and friends USDA certified tender steaks, juicy burgers, cozy and convenient comfort meals, and so much more. And now, during their Sizzle All the Way sale, you can get 50% off site-wide at omahasteaks.com. Plus, our listeners here at Bengals Breakdown get an additional $35 off at checkout by using promo code Bengals. Just the other night, I sent a couple of bundles, one to my brother and his fiance. I also sent another bundle to one of my best friends in his family. It was super easy to do. It was like 10 p.m. I was on the Omaha Steaks website, picked out a bundle that I liked for them, and by 2 a.m., I woke up the next morning, had an email. It had already shipped. Yeah, absolutely crazy how quick they are. Within 2 days, it was on their doorstep. So quick, easy. You can also put in a message for the holiday season as well. Wish whoever you're sending those bundles to a very, very Merry Christmas. Omaha Steaks has grass-fed, grain-finished beef, has more marbling for exceptional flavor, and is the choice of steakhouses and professional chefs around the world. And by the way, it's not just steak. You can see right there, they have chicken, they have pork, they have seafood, they got burgers, they have franks. They've even got a couple different sides in some of those bundles as well that you guys can find. Some incredible deals going on right now at Omaha Steaks. So save big on gourmet gifts and more holiday favorites with Omaha Steaks. Visit omahasteaks.com for 50% off site-wide during their Sizzle All the Way sale. And for an extra $35 off, use promo code Bengals at checkout. Now, terms do apply. You can see that website for extra details, but it's omahasteaks.com. Promo code Bengals to get an additional $35 off. We appreciate Omaha Steaks for being the sponsor of our show today. Link, by the way, down in the comment section and the description of today's show. Make sure you guys hit that sub button. If you're a Bengals fan, I saw a couple people down in the chat a second ago saying, man, don't have YouTube TV, so we're listening to you today. Appreciate that. Ravens taking over here from the 15. 3 receivers right. Derrick Henry in the backfield at running back. Andrews in at tight end. They'll hand it off to Derrick Henry there. He'll probably pick up 4. Joe Burrow and Lamar Jackson, undefeated from week 15 to 18 in their NFL careers. Pretty crazy. Bengals are going to bring 5 here. Jackson rolls out. He's going to be sacked. Demetrius Knight with a big sack there. Type your 44s in the chat. We talk a lot about these young, not so young, rookie linebackers. But Demetrius Knight coming off the edge there, getting a nice sack. Love to see his sack. Put it in the ditty, Doc.
Spam your Ds. Let's go. It's all defense right here, man. Hype them up. Hype them up.
3rd and 15. The Bengals already 2 sacks today. 3, 2, 1. Here's the snap. Bengals bring 4. Going to dump it off to the running back here. And a nice tackle again by Demetrius Knight on 3rd down. That'll bring out the punt unit. 2 drives, 2 stops by the defense. Been doing good in the first half, last couple of weeks. We'll wait till the second half to judge how they actually do. Bring up 4th and 14 here. Here's a snap. Punt away from their own 1. Charlie Jones going to catch it at the 45, take it to the right side, try to get the corner And he'll actually lose 2 or 3 yards on the punt return there. Malachi Starks with the tackle. The guy that I wanted the Bengals to pick in the first round last year. Just my thought saying, yes, if we win out, we keep everybody. Zach stays, Golden stays, Tobin stays. We'll get a mediocre draft pick. I don't really think Zach's going anywhere, whether you win out or lose out, to be completely honest. That's just my honest opinion. But the defense really starting off nice here. 2 drives for the Ravens, only giving up 9 yards overall. Got a couple sacks in there. But unfortunately, your offense stalled out there. Dylan Fairchild giving up a sack on 3rd and 4. Tim Tyra said he wanted Malachi Starks as well last year. He was right there. He was right there. Do you make up for it this year, though, Billy, with a Caleb Downs pick?
A part of me says, Chris, go Buckeyes. Just draft Buckeyes. Kind of funny, the Cardinals did it. They took three Buckeyes in last year's draft, 5 in the past 2 drafts. Defense has drastically improved. Offense has drastically improved.
Yeah, that's the thing, man. I get it. There's good players out there for other teams, but, just draft players from the best college programs.
And I would say the same for Bama and Georgia right now. And there were years where I said it for LSU, where it's like, just draft Tigers.
Yeah.
It's not going to work out badly for you.
Yeah.
Now, you got to gauge what's going on, but, Ohio State still, I think, is going back-to-back. So, take Downs, take Reese, take Styles. Even when you get into that 3rd and 4th round, take Caden McDonald. Take, I know we got a lot of Buckeye fans in the chat, so, but take some Buckeyes.
That's another interesting one there, you said. Caden McDonald. I have liked him. I think he's gone underrated a little bit this year.
And I've seen him all over the draft, so I don't know if he'll be a late 1st or an early 2nd
Yeah, you
or
think
a
he
3rd.
could drop to the 2nd? I haven't really seen him in a lot of mock drafts, first rounders.
I just was reading an On3 report where they asked their draft scouts, and they thought he could be late 1st.
Yeah.
But most ESPNs, Brugler's got him in the 3rd. So, he may be a perfect 2nd-round pick.
Yeah.
But go Buckeyes.
Yeah.
Take some Buckeyes.
Ooh. Ravens player went down grabbing his knee, non-contact injury there. That's brutal. Teddy Buchanan. We'll go handoff up the middle here. Brown gets hit in the backfield, but spins away and picks up 3. Good job just to get anything there. Sky Warriors said just draft Ohio State's entire defense, if you could.
Yeah, you might need about 6 picks in the top 100.
Yeah, you might have to trade Joe and Chase to do that.
I think Arizona took Paris Johnson and Marvin Harrison with their top 10 picks.
Yeah. 2nd and 7. Bengals are just going to let the clock run out here into the first quarter. A little look around the league there.
Browns just fell behind to the Bears here, Chris. I don't know. Cardinals mailing it in today.
Yeah.
And the Jags, who continue to just you guys, a lot of you know on the chat, I'm a Browns guy, but we have the Jags pick, and every week I got my eye on them, and every week they keep winning. Even with Travis Hunter out for the season, even with the Greg Newsome trade being terrible, they still find ways to win. And the Duval guy seems like he's come out all right.
The Duval guy. That's funny. That's funny. Let's see if the Jets can find a win today. That would help you out. Yeah, it looks like the Cardinals are just shipping it in here early on.
You also got Eagles bouncing back a little bit. They needed this Raiders. They need the Raiders today. They had to have it.
3
and
straight
then
losses.
You said keep your eye on Commanders Giants. I agree there. The battle for the AFC East, Patriots and Bills will be a fun game.
Yeah, well, just my thoughts talking about Joe Burrow there. We didn't quite get to it in our pregame. Joe Burrow, I'll just read the quote here. Basically said, he was asked about, what it's like going on. There you go, Billy. He was asked about, being hurt last couple of seasons and, coming back, you're continuing to lose. He said it certainly doesn't change my desire to win. If I want to, keep doing this, I have to have fun doing it. And I think that's the part that a lot of people were really getting worried about. If I want to keep doing this, I got to have fun doing it. I've been through a lot. If it's not fun, what am I doing it for? So that's the mindset. I'm trying to bring, that type of mindset to the table there. And, there were a couple of reports outside of that. The ESPN talking heads were basically being like, I saw Dan Orlovsky being like, the Steelers need to make a move for Joe Burrow. The Jets need to make a move for Joe Burrow. There were reports out there that after those comments, it was not Joe Burrow saying, I want out of Cincinnati. It was more of, hey, ownership, let's spend a little bit more money. Let's make the front office more than just two damn scouts, so we can actually capitalize on some of these top 100 draft picks. Was it a shot at the coaching staff? I don't quite know there, but it was more of Joe Burrow, taking shots at ownership, I think, than asking out of Cincinnati. And then you had Jamar Chase the very next day in his press conference being like, I thought it was AI. He doesn't seem depressed at all. He doesn't seem sad at all coming into the building every day. So, 2nd and 7 here. They flip the field. Bengals at their own 46. Ravens look like they're going to bring a blitz. They'll drop it. It'll only bring 4. Burrow steps up in the pocket. He'll take off and slide. It's going to bring up 3rd and 3. Williams saying, the Ravens suck, okay? Type those threes down in the chat. Yeah. Type those threes in the chat. 3rd and 4. Burrow check into a different play here. 5 on the clock. 3, 2. Here's the snap. Ravens bring 4. Burrow looking downfield. Caught Jamar Chase, but not to the sticks there. This might be 4-down territory. You're across the 50 here. Do you go for it? Come on, Zach. What do you got? Sky Warrior asking how to watch the game. It's on CBS today. So just going to have to be in the market on that front. Bengals will go for it here. 4th and 2. Type your 4s. We'll put Samaje Perine in the backfield. Nope, they'll motion him out. Oh, is it going to be a false start or is it going to be offsides? Offsides on the Ravens. 1st down. Type your 1s. They'll call it on Kyle Van Noy. We'll take it. The Bengals to the Ravens 44. Handoff up the middle. Chase Brown. He's got a nice carry here. He's going to pick up 10. Good job by the offensive line opening up a hole there for Chase Brown. Just my thoughts, saying people that think we're going to make the playoffs are just delusional as Cowboys fans. I say that with love, but that's the truth. Yeah, at this point, I mean, I think it's like less than 1% chance even if you win out. Yeah. You need literally everybody in front of you, the Steelers and the Ravens, to lose out, and they play each other once. Hand off again, Brown. He's going to bounce it out to the left side here and pick up 4, maybe 5. So Chase Brown getting going a little bit here. Coach Hannah said delusional hope is my favorite. That's funny. Yeah, copium. I look at it like this. You know, if you lose, you go up a little bit in the draft order. If you win, you have a good Sunday afternoon. You know, yeah. It's a win-win. 2nd and 5. You're at the 29. Burrow looking deep down the left side. Oh, tried to get it to Chase. If he got his head around, maybe he could have made a play on it. But it goes incomplete. 3rd and 5 now. Type your threes. Personally, Billy, I love having a good Sunday afternoon. So I'd be great with a win here today. Man, if he just could have got his head around, maybe he could have made a play on the ball. A little bit of contact there.
I'm always personally, Chris, unless you've got a project or like something you want to see, like a quarterback usually.
Yeah.
I'm a tanker.
Yeah.
I'm a tanker. So unless you got like a rookie quarterback you want to see do good, which you don't, I just say tank.
Burrow back to pass. Oh, my God, it goes off Jamar Chase's hands, intercepted. Going back the other way.
I think we... No, yeah, they're going to go.
Burrow flipped it up. It was high. Marlon Humphrey with the pick. It went off Jamar Chase's hands. Now it's off the tip of his hands. A little bit high. A little bit high. That low-key chill dude saying, where's the beer? We got 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 cooked up over here. I'll tell you what, the next $20 super chat, we'll do a beer bong. That's a sale right now. We got $50 $50 beer bongs, but we'll do this. The next $20 super chat, we'll do a beer bong. We did 2 earlier. We'll throw it on sale right now, though. Throw a beer bong on sale for $20. I'll also give you 10 entries. How about that? 10 entries into the hat and chain raffle. For the next $20 super chat. 10 entries in a beer bong. Brutal there. You're driving on the first drive. You get down inside the 35. And you can't, you give up a massive sack. Then you get there again inside. Where were they at? Where were they at there? They had to have been inside the 35 because it was turned out to the 35. And you throw a pick. Brutal. Brutal. You know what's crazy, Billy? This is rage bait. This is rage bait. I'm throwing it out there. I saw a graphic the other day comparing 4 games for this year for Joe Burrow compared to the one and only Money Time, Shedeur Sanders. Guess who had more passing yards? Shedeur. Like I said, it's rage bait. Because really, 4 games. Billy, you were doing that Jags game. Was it the first half when Joe went out? It was like the first quarter. So really, it was like 3 games. But still. 3rd interception in the last 2 games for Joe Burrow. Ravens take over I formation from the 35. They'll hand it off up the middle. Pick up 8. That is Keaton Mitchell, who was banged up. He was on the injury report all week. But good to play. Good to play for this game. 2nd and 2 from the 43. Handoff up the middle again to Mitchell. He bounces it outside. Missed tackle across the 50, across the 40. Runs out of bounds at the 35. He still would have picked up the first down, but missed tackle. Lets him pick up 15 more. Wow, Patriots up 14-zip on Buffalo. Everybody calling the Patriots fake this year because they have had an easy schedule. But, man, if they could sweep Buffalo, you might have to give them respect if you don't already. Yeah. Hand off Mitchell again. He'll pick up 2.
Keeping an eye on things here, Chris. Bears now up 14-0 over the Browns.
Damn. What about that Commanders game? What's that looking like? Jackson back to pass here on 2nd and 8. He's going to get it out. Picked off. Did it hit the ground? Jordan Battle with a birthday interception. Type your 27s in the chat. Your INTs. Let's look at it again. Tipped up in the air. Jordan Battle. Did he get it under? Never hit the ground.
Chris
picked off it. Jordan Battle on his birthday.
Chris called it. Birthday pick.
Birthday pick. We'll take it. Type your INTs, baby. Look, if the Ravens can get an interception off a picked ball, so can the Bengals. The birthday boy.
Commanders up 10-0 over the Giants.
That might be the only dub you get today in terms of draft order stuff. Yeah, and really, this is all for nothing if the Bengals win. But we're keeping track of it just in case you get a loss.
Jags beating the Jets 21-7. We'll get these scores up in a sec. Why don't you guys pop those INTs in? Make sure we get our INTs in there.
Yeah, good call.
Cardinals bouncing back a little bit. They are down 17-7 to the Texans. Bills, you just saw Patriots took a 14-0 lead over the Bills. Kansas City, Chris, up 7-3. They're fighting for their lives. I literally think they can't lose another game, or they'll get bounced.
Are they still technically in the hunt?
Technically,
a wild card.
They're 6-7, I believe. So maybe 6-8. No, it will be 6-7. So they're in it, but like I saw today, there is a scenario where they're out today.
Wow. With the loss, they're out today.
Their loss and like 2 other teams' wins, they're out.
Oh wow.
The Chiefs.
Out
in week 14.
You know what
15.
that means, Billy? They go on a run. They get in.
Oh, no.
And they make it to the AFC Championship game.
Oh, no.
That's what it means. Because it's the Chiefs.
I think Schefter tweeted it earlier. She's having a heck of a week. Yeah.
Shefty is having a heck of a week.
They've got like 3 different scenarios, but none of them looking good right now because to be bounced, they would need the Bills to win.
Okay,
so,
they're down 14-0.
They're definitely still in it. I mean, they would have been close, Chris, if the Bills were winning. The two out of the 3 scenarios looking pretty good if the Bills would just beat the Patriots. Chiefs out. That's crazy.
Burrowhead just asked what happened. I just joined. Jordan Battle with a tipped interception on his birthday today. So the Bengals take over here at the 27-yard line. I formation. They'll hand it off. Chase Brown got some room, cuts up field, picks up 3. There is a flag down, though. It was thrown on the outside. So normally this would be like lined up off sides or illegal shift, but nobody was moving there. So they're pointing backwards for the Bengals. Illegal formation. Mitchell Tinsley was not on the line of scrimmage. So back him up. Zay Flowers, man, it hit him right in the hands. It is. It is. Which we don't hate. We don't hate. 1st and 15 now after the illegal formation penalty. They'll hand it off again. Chase Brown, left side. Stiff arms a guy into the dirt. Cuts up field. Billy, he'll pick up 6. Almost did it. Almost did it. But then I looked at the graphic. Almost did it. It'll bring up 2nd and 9. Oh, wow. His jersey has hand pockets in it. Zay Flowers, he's got a built-in hand warmer into his jersey. No, it's literally his jersey. See it? Oh, yeah, it is. That's interesting. 2nd and 9. Burrow back to pass. Looks deep down the center of the field. Oh, it's incomplete. It hit Yoshi right in the hands. He caught it, could not take it to the ground. And another drop for Andre Yoshivas. You know what that means, though, Billy? Usually it's a drop for Yoshi, and he comes back with a big catch the very next play. That's usually how it goes down for him. I mean, hit him right in the freaking hands, dude. Just couldn't take it through the ground. Yeah. 3rd and 9 now after the big Yoshi drop. Burrow checking to a different play here. Looks like the Ravens are going to bring a blitz. Burrow back to pass. They only bring 4. He's looking, going to dump it off here to the tight end. Sample. It's going to bring up 4th and 2. Oh, man. Some big-time drops today for the Bengals receivers. By the way, Jamar Chase was wide open on that play. Burrow just didn't look his way. Punt away from Rico. Not a good one. Bounces at the 30. Rolls inside the 25, down to the 21. Zach's saying, they're saying because it's so cold, hard to grip the ball with your fingers. That's why so many drops. Yeah, but, you get paid a lot of money to catch the ball. Like somebody said a second ago, Kook Up Brando said paid millions to drop the ball. Imagine. No sympathy. No sympathy for it being cold. If I had to go outside today, Billy, and wipe my car off in the cold, you can catch the ball. You can catch the ball. We'll do that next TV timeout. Next TV timeout. Not feeling it right now. Not feeling it right now. Yeah. Beer bong deal right now. Next $20 super chat, 10 entries plus a beer bong. 10 entries into the Bengals party hat and chain raffle. Shout out Billy for throwing the chain on the line as well. This is his turnover chain for the Ohio State Football Report. So if you guys are Buckeye fans as well, joining Billy there on the Ohio State Football Report, it's kind of a 2-for-1. You get a twofer.
And I see there, Chris, one of the new subscribers, Dakazi the Vampire. He's a big Ohio State Football Report guy.
Oh, yeah? Okay.
Yeah, shout out to Dakazi the Vampire.
Shout out. Shout out.
He's probably just itching for football. I know. He's a Steelers guy.
Really?
Yeah. He's probably just itching for football right now with no Buckeyes. And Steelers, I think, are later game.
It wouldn't surprise me being a 4:25 or whatever it is game there. 4:30, whatever it is. Shout out Holly, by the way. I'm a man of the people. You ask me to shout out anybody, I'll shout them out.
Well,
I'll shout them out. Can we get to 23.5 today on our subscriber count? If you guys love the Cincinnati Bengals, do the good, the bad, the ugly, make sure you hit that sub button live for every single Bengals game. We're going to have a lot of draft content here in the next couple of weeks up to the draft. We'll go to the Combine, by the way, in February. We'll have some content from the Combine. Most likely, I guess it probably depends on what the bosses choose to do there, if they send us again. I'm sure we'll go. Depends on who goes, though, I guess. We'll have the content no matter what, yeah. We got all the fellas up there on the risers getting all the interviews. Hit that sub button, folks. Play action, Lamar back to pass. He's got pressure. Murphy, no, he's going to step up in the pocket. He's going to take off, break another tackle. First down and more. He'll pick up 14 there. Myles Murphy, I tell you what, he was close. I'm not gonna say he should have necessarily made the sack. Drove his guy into the backfield though. Had Isaiah Likely, then the fullback, drove the fullback right into Lamar Jackson, got double teamed. So I'm not gonna say he necessarily should have made the sack, but he got a pressure. Either way, Lamar Jackson steps up and picks up 14. Shout out William and Zoe. Jackson going to get another pass here out. Big pickup to DeAndre Hopkins. Jesus, 32 yards. DeAndre Hopkins, the 55-year-old. He's not that old, but my God, 13 years in the NFL. Down to the Bengals 33. Handoff. Derrick Henry up the middle. He'll pick up 2, maybe 3. We're 9 likes away from doing another shot, by the way. Every 100 likes is a shot today. Next $20 super chat is a beer bong. That is a sale, by the way, because technically super chat menu is $50. But we're trying to get rowdy. $20 super chat for 10 entries into the hat and chain raffle. Plus a beer bong. Ravens down to the Bengals 30. Handoff up the middle. Keaton Mitchell. Nice tackle there. Is that Geno or Jordan? Jordan Battle. Coming up and making a great tackle there. It'll bring up 3rd and 7. Type your threes. Third and 7. 5 minutes to go here in the second quarter. Nobody has scored yet. From the Bengals 30, looking like they're bringing everybody. We'll see what they do. I'm sure they'll bring some and drop some. Lamar. They'll bring some and drop some. It's going to be a screen. Nobody out there. It's going to be a first down inside the 15, 10, 5 touchdown. They bring everybody. What do the Ravens do? They throw a frickin' screen. Rasheen Ali. F the Ravens in the chat. We hit 200 likes, by the way. Brutal. Extra point is up and good. Lions today. We got Micro Mike in the chat, Billy. Micro Mike in the chat saying you look good in orange and black. Appreciate you, Micro Mike, over at Lions Today by Chat Sports.
Guys, if you just love NFL content, Mike almost to 100K subscribers. Swing over to Lions Today and give Mike a shout and give him a hit that sub button for Mike. Almost to 100K.
Yeah. Let me go look at the lines.
He might be only 100 away.
I don't know if I can.
Look at this. He hit me with the get to work, Chris. Unreal.
Did he really?
He hit me with the get to work.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
You know how it is, Mike. You get it.
Lions Mike, great to see you this weekend, man. Yeah, he's at 98. He's at 98K subscribers right now. You may not be a Lions fan, but if you love NFL stuff, Mike is electric as well.
Mike's a real one.
KD2 Cray said we need a prayer from Chris and Billy. God always makes everything work out. He does. It's God's plan. God's plan. There's a $20 super chat coming in from Dakazi. I'm an idiot. The vampire? Is that what that says? Dakazi the vampire. Dakazi the vampire. Gonna get 10 entries, by the way, into the hat and chain raffle. Let me make sure I spell it right here. Dazaki, not Dakazi. Dazaki the vampire. Gonna get 10 entries in a beer bong here. I'll read it off here in just a second. Taking advantage of the deals. Diehard Steelers and Ohio State fan, but the Bengals Broncos only live game I ever saw, so we'll always support Bengals when not playing the Steelers. Yeah, they respect. Respect there. I tell you what, too, since you are a Steelers fan, you might not necessarily want the Bengals hat, Dazaki. So let me know down in the chat if you want me to give it to somebody else. We'll do a little comment spike here and we'll give it to somebody else, but if not, we'll give it to you. 10 entries to somebody. Either way. But let me know down in the chat, and we'll do a beer bong here. Here's the kickoff. Going to be caught at the 1 from Charlie Jones. He'll take it to the 20 before being wrapped up there. Zaki said, give it away. All right, Billy. Let's do a little spam action here in the chat. Spam your Who Days down in the chat. We are giving away 10 entries into the hat and chain raffle. Normally, the free entries is just one because Mr. Vampire put in that $20 super chat. We're gonna give all of his away to one person here. We'll do it in a couple plays here, but spam your Who Days down in the chat. Burrow, handoff, P. Ryan up the middle. He'll pick up. Call it 7.
Shout out to Zaki. Told you he's goated, Chris. He's a real one. Chat Sports, we call them real ones when they act like this.
Yes. Coach Anna said, pick me. Jake with the Who Day. Who is that? Tyra Quall? I totally butchered that name, but shout out you for putting the Who Day down there. Might be an early leader. KD2 Cray said, I need this. 2nd and 4 here. Burrow, play action. Fires left. Caught. First down, Jamar Chase. Here's the beer bong. Keep spamming your Who Days. We'll do it after this play. One more play here. 1st and 10 from the 36. Joe Burrow under center, Chase Brown. Bengals will call a timeout. Their second of the half here. 3:12 left. All right, because we're going to timeout here, we'll let it run through the timeout. We'll see if this is a 30-second or a commercial. We'll go to a little half commercial here. Let's not go into commercial here yet, Billy. But we'll do it. We'll do it next TV timeout. Keep spamming those Who Days, folks. Keep spamming those Who Days. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Billy, pick a winner. Uriah Foster. Uriah 94. Handoff up the middle. Chase Brown. He'll pick up 3 or 4. Oh, I see it there. Uriah 94. Getting 10 entries courtesy of Dazaki the Vampire. Shout out Dazaki for that, man. Said he was a Steelers fan.
Let's spam some W's for Dazaki.
Yeah.
New subscriber, rolls in, super chats, and donates his super chat entries. He's a Steelers fan, folks, but he's clearly having a good time here on the channel.
Respect. 2nd and 6. Burrow dumps it off to Brown here. He's going to get close to the line to gain. I think he might have got it. It'll be a first down. Type your ones.
And fresh super chat.
Oh, did we?
Yeah.
Yes, sir, we did. Marvin Williford coming in with a $5 super chat, putting the Who Day in there as well. That's going to be a raffle wheel spin. I'll tell you what, Billy. We're about to hit the 2-minute warning. Let's do it at halftime. Marvin Williford. We will do your spin at halftime because we are hitting the 2-minute warning here. And we will go ahead and give a shout out to our sponsor today. It's Omaha Steaks, folks. From holiday hosting to unforgettable gifts, Omaha Steaks delivers the world's best steak experience. You guys can do what I did this holiday season and gift family and friends USDA certified tender steaks, juicy burgers, cozy and convenient comfort meals, and so much more. And right now, during their Sizzle All the Way sale, you can get 50% off site-wide at omahasteaks.com. Plus, our listeners here at Bengals Breakdown get an additional $35 off just by using promo code Bengals at checkout. Just the other night, it was like 10:30 p.m. I got on the Omaha Steaks website. I said, hey, babe. I looked at my fiance. I was like, I got to get my brother a Christmas gift. Me and my brother, we love each other, but we're not the type of brothers that, text every day. But we get each other a Christmas gift. We get each other a birthday gift. And this Christmas, it was a bundle from Omaha Steaks. And like I said, it was like 10:30 I ordered it. At like 2 a.m. Eastern time, I got an email saying it was already shipped. They are fast. It is super easy. And in 2 days, it was on his doorstep. So, the shipping process is super quick. It is super easy there as well. Omaha Steaks offers unrivaled quality and variety, and every bite is backed by their 100% guarantee. It's not just beef. They got incredible sides. They've got pork. They've got chicken. They've even got seafood as well. I think they even got wine on the website as well if you want to send a little package to the in-laws, to the family members, whatever it is. Make sure you take advantage of this deal from Omaha Steaks. You can save big on gourmet gifts and holiday favorites at Omaha Steaks and visit omahasteaks.com for 50% off site-wide during their Sizzle All the Way sale. And for an extra $35 off, use promo code Bengals at checkout. Now, terms do apply, and you can see that website for those extra details, but it's omahasteaks.com for 50% off site-wide right now. Use promo code Bengals at checkout to get an extra $35 off. We appreciate Omaha Steaks for being the sponsor of our show today. By the way, that link down in the live chat, it is also down in the description of today's show as well. Bengals taking over here as we got a couple super chats coming in that we'll get to here in just after this play. Chris Daughtery had another one as well. Handoff up the middle. P. Ryan, he'll pick up 2. Stalen. Okay. Chris Stalen. Chris Stalen. Gotcha. Gotcha, Chris. $10 super chat, by the way, is a hot sauce shot. So we'll go ahead and knock this hot sauce shot out. Keeping us warm here in Cincinnati. Oh, no. Noah Fant limping off the field right now. Something with his right leg. Let me make that note real quick. It's 2nd and 9. Play action. Burrow back to pass. Pressure in his face. Gets it away. Incomplete to Chase Brown. There's going to be a flag roughing the passer. No, it's going to be a hold. Holding on Orlando Brown. Hands to the face, hold, whatever you want to call there. All right, so Chris Stalen, right? He gave us a pronunciation guide there. It was Stalen. 2nd and 19. Burrow back to pass. He's looking, gonna fire. Knocked away, almost intercepted. Hot sauce shot for Chris. 3rd and 19. Warming us up. Warming us up today. It's very, very cold in Cincinnati, folks. We also had another super chat. That's going to be a wheel spin. Burrow looking. He's just going to throw it away. Nothing there. Bring up 4th down. Flag comes down late, though. Burrow was hit late. No flag there, but a flag came down in the secondary. Draymond Jones calling me a little crybaby. He's literally doing that. Pass interference on the Bengals. So we got a spin for Marvin Williford. We've also got a spin. I think that's Uriah. Uriah. That's Uriah, right? We'll do it at halftime. I mean, that's roughing the passer. You just have to fucking call that, dude. You have to call that. He didn't hit him hard, but the ball was away for a solid second. It was 2 steps, and he knocked him down. That's roughing the passer. Bengals punt. It'll go into the end zone for a touchback. I mean, let me know what you guys think. Like, I feel like I'm normally pretty fair. Bengals are not on penalties, but we can actually go ahead and do the spin now because they're going to commercial. First one's going to be for Marvin Williford. Should that have been roughing the passer? Like, your honest opinion. I know we're all biased here, but I mean, it was a solid 3 steps late. This spin is going to be for Marvin Williford. $20! Let's go! Marvin Williford. I tell you what, I cannot wait for this new Avatar movie. We're going to do another spin here for Uriah. Parker said he thought it was roughing the passer. KD2 Cray said probably roughing the passer. Should have been roughing the passer. Unbiased from Tim Tyra. Oh, 15. So Uriah getting 15 entries. We'll take it. And we got another super chat coming in as well from JQ. 8287. Gonna get an entry there. Mike Nintendo Master. Saying that, Chris, nice hat. Appreciate it. We're giving away the hat. We're giving away the chain here at the end of the season. So that's what we are getting these entries for. JQ saying we all know the Bengals are going to lose today. Come on, JQ. Come on, JQ. A lot of game left. A lot of half. Whole other half. GW Ant. Refs are going to make Joe Burrow retire. Mike said, Chris, you want the bad news. I already know the bad news, Mike. I already know the bad news. I'm going to drop in the rankings because I said it's a win-win for the Bengals today, win or lose. They had two guys moving at the snap. No call there. Lamar fires right side, likely wide open, caught at the 45. Flowers, excuse me. I can't believe he caught that. He got lit up. Ravens take a timeout with 49 seconds left. I mean, tell me they didn't have like three guys moving at the snap there. Jordan Battle lit him up there. He still caught it. JQ said, you know, I know, we all know. Fair. We're rooting for the Jets today. They seem like to be our only hope right now. Mike said, yep, you want your team to lose. Doesn't feel like a real fan. Well, I tell you what, Mike, I'm rooting for the future. I'm rooting for the future. Oh, there's good news? What's the good news? I think I know the good news, too. But I'll just let him say it. 32 saying, yeah, if that was Patrick Mahomes, the hit definitely would have been he would have been arrested on the field. Lamar back to pass, 1st and 10. He's going to step up in the pocket. There is a flag down. He's going to pick up the first down. We'll see if the flag is. By the way, hat comes off as well from the official. Offsides on the Bengals. Joseph Osai lined up in the neutral zone. Mike, I would say I'm still going to move up in the rankings because one person of Chad Sports is falling out. I heard things. Lamar fires right side. Oh, my God, it goes right off DJ Turner's face. He overthrows it to Mark Andrews, and it literally went right off the neck of DJ Turner. I mean, literally the face mask, bro. Man, he's been playing great this year. I don't want to trash DJ Turner. Tough. 43 seconds left. Here's the snap. Lamar looking, fires, flag is down. Caught, pickup of about 8. Maybe 7. See what the flag is. Oh, my God, the official just got knocked down. You got pushing and shoving going on. Another flag comes out. That one's definitely going to be on the Ravens. The head official just got knocked down to the field, Billy. This might be an ejection. I'd love to see a replay of that. Chaos. Chaos. After the play. I mean, that's a flag on Stanley. Joseph Osai gets up. He's getting pushed around. And then, yeah, it's got to be two. This has got to be a hold on the Ravens, and it's got to be unsportsmanlike conduct, maybe even an ejection for the Ravens. No way either one of these penalties goes against the Bengals. They're working it out. They might even be looking for a review. Stanley's like trying to hype up the Bengals crowd right now, which is absolute psycho behavior. Both teams! What? They're calling unnecessary roughness on the Ravens, holding on Joseph Osai, penalties offset. Type your BS in the chat. There is no fucking way. There is no fucking way. I mean, Joseph Osai got tackled. That was the unnecessary, or whatever. Jackson fires, caught, first down, Mark Andrews. Bullshit. That should be an ejection. I mean, he runs over there and just pushes the ref over. How does that even happen? 29 seconds, by the way, in the half. Bengals do get the ball after halftime. And you hold them to a field goal opportunity here in the cold. Billy, do you have your camera set up? Yeah, I know I'm going to have to pee here at halftime. Both teams just with one timeout left. 29 seconds. Ravens at the Bengals' 28-yard line. Here's the snap. Jackson looking, fires deep, left side, touchdown likely. Flowers. Why do I keep saying likely for Flowers? Doesn't matter. Do that at halftime. Extra points up and good. I'd love to see it. I'd love to see a replay there. Yeah. I will say good throw by Lamar Jackson. Just got to give credit to where it's due. It was a good throw. But, I mean, the ball goes right off the fucking face mask of DJ Turner 3 plays ago. I'm not going to trash DJ Turner. He's been an all-pro player this year. But that's pretty fucking brutal. Layered it right in between Geno Stone and DJ Turner on that one, though. Thought he had help over the top, so kind of on Stone. Place your blame wherever you want it, I guess. Fucking brutal. And by the way, your defense gets worse in the second half, so. You're right. Putting the Who Day down there, always positive. We had Smitty in here weeks ago. Where's Smitty been, man? The positivity king. Taj Brooks is going to take it from the 10 across the 30, 35, down to the 38. Jake said, where's Dawson? I don't know. Dawson said he always watches, but it was just that one game 2 weeks ago where he went on a super chat rampage. Coach Hannah said Dawson's still hungover from that night. Possible. Shout out Dawson. We'll have that, you know what I'm going to do? He wanted a hat. I think I'm going to send him the Chat Sports hat. Because I got 2 from the other day. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. Burrow, back to pass. Only 16 seconds on the clock. Stepping up in the pocket. Throws it. I mean, is that going to be roughing the passer? Like, what the fuck are we doing, refs? You are going to cause a fight. These referees are going to cause a fight today. I know I'm biased, but Joe Burrow getting knocked down to the turf again. Late. No flag. 1, 2. May have been a flop. May have been a flop. Either way, 12 seconds left. Let's just fucking kneel it, Zach. Maybe not. You're at the 38. Burrow looking, fires, chase. Gonna get a first down, gets out of bounds at the 49. 7 seconds left. You got one timeout? Can you get a quick pickup of like 10 here? Call your timeout. Maybe get out of bounds. Get a field goal to end the half. That one low-key chill dude said, why? I don't know. Why what? Seven seconds left. Bengals at their own 49. No fucking way. Okay, the Ravens called their last timeout. Okay. Fair. I almost thought Zach Taylor called their last time out. Joe Burrow in the first half, 8 for 15, 71 yards and a pick. Chase Brown, 7 carries for 32 yards. Samaje Perine, 6 for 28. Got 14 carries for 63 yards. The sad thing is, if you've had a couple long drives today where you just haven't been able to put points on the board. 11 plays, 40 yards, 8 minutes, no points. 7 plays, 28 minutes, or 28 yards, 4 points, interception. Burrow back to pass, 5, 4, 3, 2. Might have been caught, Jamar Chase. Either way, they're going to call their last time out. They call it incomplete. Let's see. Yeah, it was incomplete. One second left on the clock here. So you just got a Hail Mary time. They got 2 players in the end zone right now. They'll bring 4. Burrow steps up in the pocket, and he gets sacked. Mike Green with a sack. Getting booed off the field at home going into halftime right now. It's not like the Ravens have played great either, if we're being completely honest. Zach Taylor's saying too many penalties. They have 3 penalties for 25 yards. Also called out the turnover by Joe Burr. Halftime Super Chat menu. $5 Super Chat gets you 5 entries into the hat in chain raffle. $10 Super Chat. We will spin the raffle wheel. We'll double whatever it lands on. So a minimum of 10, a maximum of 40 entries there. Also a $20 Super Chat for a beer bong. Yeah. Billy, go ahead and take over. I'm going to run to the restroom real quick. Any $20 Super Chats while I go to the restroom real quick, we'll also do 20 raffle entries. $20 Super Chat while I go to the bathroom. Going to be going to be a beer bong plus 20 entries. You don't necessarily need to fix it. Well, maybe read only put plus 20 entries, I guess. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Oh, yeah, true. It starts now, by the way. Starts now, so even while I'm here. So, you guys can also grade the Bengals in the first half, A, B, C, D, or F. Billy's going to take over here while I make a quick restroom run.
All right, guys, you heard Chris. Get your grades in. I'm actually going to add it right now to our poll in the chat, so you guys can both type it out and click. Grade the Bengals first half. A, B, C, D, or F. Get them in. I think I know what grades we're going to see, but I always we like to hear from you guys. You know, there is a lot of talking from Chris and myself during the show, but we like to hear from you guys. That's what it's all about. Grade the Bengals first half here. A, B, C, D, or F. Seen a lot of D's, a lot of F's, C minuses. I got the in the pin poll there, so you guys can also click to vote, and you can see how other people are voting as well. What is up on a Who Day Sunday? I am Billy Beebe, producer on Bengals here. Also host the Ohio State Football Report, so if you guys are Ohio State fans, can also go check out that channel. I'm talking transfer portal and getting ready for the college football playoff and everything there on the Ohio State Football Report. So I know you guys are kind of split. You guys are kind of split on do you want to win games right now? You get better draft stock if you lose. It's a bad stretch of teams in that 1 to 10 range. So you gotta lose to hang in there. Zaki the Vampire has Ohio State to win. Yeah, Zaki's a big Ohio State Football Report fan. He's always in there. I don't know what's worse than an F. If F's your grade, get them in. 74% of you right now gave the Bengals an F in the first half against the Ravens. So you guys can keep. I like seeing the poll. I like seeing your comments. I'll read off. I'll give some shout-outs here. What do you say? Let's get some shout-outs going. You give me your thoughts in the chat right now. I'll shout you out. Come on. What do we got? Houday says, lose out and get rid of Taylor after this game. Start planning for next season. I said I'm a tanker. I'm always a tank and move on guy. I don't mess around with the, see what you can do. Crimson, it's 3:35 this morning here in Beijing. I can't believe I stayed up for this performance. Tough one. But, hey, that's a real one. That's a true Houday fan. That's what I know. Reading the chat a little more. Get your grades in. Get your thoughts in from the first half. We'll give you a shout out. Coach Hannah, I struggle with losing on purpose regardless. Hey, I don't fault you guys for wanting to win all the time. That's the way it's supposed to be. You're supposed to root for your team to win. I respect it. However, I personally, when I know my team's out, when I know it's not our year, I'm a tank guy. I am. Get a $20 super chat. Here's to a better season next year. The Steelers suck. That is from Bengals Dapper. W's in the chat for Bengals Dapper. Hit it hard, baby. Let's go. W's for Bengals Dapper. Thank you, Bengals Dapper. Chris will have to, I think he's on beer bong and 20 entries here at halftime. So when he gets back in, I will make sure you get what you need to get. Get those W's in. Bengals Dapper, a $20 super chat here at halftime, taking advantage of the halftime deals that we got going here on Bengals Breakdown. Some W's in the chat for Bengals Dapper, the $20 super chat. If you're a real one, support the Bengals community. Support those that are rocking with us. You can see here. Let's go, Bengals Dapper. Let's go, Bengals Dapper. And again, here's to a better season next year. The Steelers suck. Steelers suck, says Bengals Dapper. I can support it. I can support that. I not down with the Steelers myself. Let's get Beer Bong of Honor plus 20 entries for Bengals Dapper. Unreal. Taking advantage of those halftime deals. So, as Chris said before he walked out there, you take a look at the... there we go. Get this fixed up for you guys. Chris back in the room here. Here's your halftime deals. So we just saw Bengals Dapper gave us a $20 super chat. So Chris will have to drink something here in a minute. Also, I believe 20 entries to go with it. So Bengals Dapper, it is halftime. These are the deals, and Bengals Dapper taking advantage of it. Smart, just straight up. When those deals hit, you guys got to jump in, got to take advantage of them. They're as good as they look. They really are as good as they look right now. Grades flying in. You guys are D/F. 70% of you giving the Bengals a D/F. I always wonder, too, like, split it up. What was the defense? What was the offense? Let us know on that, too. Do you have different grades in that respect?
I think D is fair. Offense can't get it. Well, that's even the thing. Offense has gotten stuff going. They just can't finish.
I give the defense a B-, offense a C-. That's my grades.
Like, okay, Bengals Dapper, BD. Like, you've gotten inside the 35 multiple times today, and the first time you give up a sack, so now you're back to the 40. Second time you throw an interception. Like, what are we doing? What are we doing? Bengals Dapper, though. What did I say? 20 entries here? I'm going to do the beer bong first, but then I'll give the entries.
Yeah, Bengals Dapper. Steelers suck.
Big time. That's what I'm talking about. Steelers do suck. F the Steelers in the chat. Not a fan. Not a fan. Worst team ever. Worst team. All right. A little halftime beer bong here. Right off the bathroom break. Just got to replace. Just got to replace. Phone away there. Ah. Bengals Dapper got you on the beer bong of honor as well. Plus, what did I say? 20 entries here. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Copy. Paste. 20 entries. The Bengals Dapper. They've done a good job against Derrick Henry today. 6 carries, 17 yards. Keaton Mitchell. Like, the Ravens haven't cooked either. Really. Really, to me, the thing about this game so far, dude, time of possession, you're dominating. How are you down 14-0? You were dominating on time of possession right now. Because you get down there inside, scoring range, and you just cannot finish. You just cannot finish. That's kind of, I hate to say this, but since Joe Burrow's returned, it's kind of how it's been. You know, that game a couple weeks ago versus the Ravens on Thanksgiving. How many times did you get in the red zone and didn't score? A touchdown. You had to go 6 for 6 on field goals in that game. I mean, Evan McPherson had more points than anybody else. Evan McPherson won that game for you last time. And now this time, you've been inside the 35 twice. You've turned the ball over, and you've got sacked to put you outside of field goal position.
Haven't seen Evan McPherson yet today.
Parker Jansen with a good point as well. I think it's fair. The refs have been pretty bad today, I think. There's been multiple times where Joe Burrow's gotten hit late, and they've said he didn't get hit hard enough. Like that last one there, I think was maybe kind of a flop. But there's been multiple times. Like, how the fuck do you knock the ref down and not get ejected? You get tackled and get called for a hold on defense.
I said to you, what did that remind me of? Michigan player headbutting the ref.
Yeah.
And then they leave it up. They said after that game, they said it's up to the refs. They can decide the fault.
Like, I'm not gonna say, the refs are the reason you're losing this game by any means. The fact that you can't put points on the board is why you're losing. But either way, man, it's Rowan saying you can't blame the refs. Not trying to blame the refs, but they haven't been good. They've arguably been bad. Make sure you guys drop a like, by the way, on today's show. No matter what you want to happen. Do you want the Bengals to win because F the Ravens? Or do you want the Bengals to lose to get a higher draft pick? Like the video. Either way, it's a win-win this week. We are getting our butts kicked by almost 100 right now by Joey Peterson in Ravens Rundown. I don't want that to happen. We may lose on the field. Don't want to lose off the field, though. Joey talks. Joey talks a lot. He talks a lot about the Bengals, man. We just own retail in his headspace. Just constantly talks about the Bengals. I want to beat them off the field. Whether it comes to the like battle, whether it comes to the super chat battle. We're also losing the super chat battle. We're losing both. Little triple dose of bad news, Billy, for Bengals Breakdown right now. We're losing the game. We're losing the super chat battle. We're losing the like battle. The like battle is the easiest one. It's free to like the video. Looks like we're coming back from half now. Bengals ran 32 plays to the Ravens 23. Dominated time of possession. You're losing by 14. Here's the kickoff. Caught at the 9. Taj Brooks down to the 25. Crimson said, why get a higher draft pick? We'll just pick another bust anyways. We're just hoping for Caleb Downs at this point. We're hoping for Caleb Downs. If they don't pick Caleb Downs, unless they pick let's say get like an Arvell Reese or maybe the Maui, how do you say his name? Maui, the tackle from Miami.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. I also thought Reuben Bain would be like a...
Reuben Bain would be okay. Ooh. Whoa. 1st and 10, Bengals at their own 25 to start off. Joe Burrow under center. Going to hand it off right side here. Chase Brown. Pick up 2, maybe 3.
Spam your Who Days as we get into the second half. Look, we vented at halftime. We got our grades in at halftime. Scrap it. Scratch it. Back into the second half. Bengals have the ball first here, so let's get some good energy up. I don't see any Who Days. Let's get some Who Days going. I'm amped up for the second half, Chris. There's only so many Bengals games a year, and this is one of them, so I'm keeping the energy up for it.
Second and 7, Burrow back to pass. Going to step out in the pocket. He's going to get it away. Chase caught across the 40 down to the 36-yard line. Big first down there. Type your ones, both for Jamar Chase and that first down. Down to the 38. Five catches for 74 yards today for Chase. Tinsley goes in motion to the left side. Here's the snap. Handoff. Brown. Going to pick up one. Second and 8. Alert, alert, alert. Jamar Chase in the backfield right now. Going to go kind of in motion to the right side. They're going to get it to him. A little quick slant. Maybe he picks up 3 or 4. Going to bring up third down. 3rd and 4, type your threes. Type your threes in the chat. Bengals 1 for 6 on third downs today. Not good. Chase Brown in at running back. Here's a snap. Burrow back to pass. Rolls out right side. Gets it away. Incomplete. Had pressure. Was going down. Kyle Van Noy wants the sack. He was wrapped up and going down. Either way. Just my thoughts wants the clown suit. We're close. Nah, I think he got it away. 4th and 4. The Bengals are going to go for it here at the Ravens 32. The referees are talking about grounding. I don't know if anybody was in the area. Was he outside the pocket? I kind of wonder if he was outside the pocket. Referees are talking about it. They're coming together still. Let's see. Here's the all-22 angle. He was outside the tackle box. It got past the line of scrimmage. No grounding. So the Bengals will go for it on 4th down here. 4th and 4. Type your 4s. It would be a 50-yard field goal here. You might as well go for it at the 32. P. Ryan in at running back. They'll put Gesicki to the left side now. Looks like man. Burrow back to pass. Looking. Goes deep down the center of the field. Double coverage. Mike Gesicki incomplete. Goes off the fingertips of Gesicki. It's another time. That's 3 times you've been inside the 35-yard line and you don't put points on the board. 3 times today. That calls for the nose. Little clown cowboy. Ah, man, it's so hard sometimes. I wouldn't even call that one a drop. JQ, it's just like he was going out one-handed, went off the fingertips. So I wouldn't call that a drop. Just Joe trying to put it somewhere. Make a play. 10 of 20 so far today. No touchdowns and a pick for Burrow. Not good. Not good. Matthew said it should have just taken the points. I don't even know if that's a gimme. 50 yards in the cold right now. It's a tough kick. You're down by 14. I don't disagree going for that. It was 4th and 4. Maybe the play call you could disagree with. Give me a Jamar Chase, a little quick, short route. Maybe they even tried that. I didn't see where Jamar Chase was there. But 3K Camo said had 2 receivers in front open for a first down. KD2 Cray, positive king today. Positive king today. It's okay. Game's not over. Houday said Bengals are tanking. They're not even trying to tank. That's the funny part about it. Not even trying to tank. So Ravens take over here. I formation. Going to flip it out right side. Henry, he's got a lot of room to run, folks. He's got a lot of room to run across the 50, down to the 40, maybe the 38. Right inside the plus field territory. They're just bad. They're just bad. Yeah, you had Samaj P. Ryan for a gain of 35 out of the backfield there. Hand it to Henry again. More room to run. Broken tackle. First down inside the 20, down to the 13. I'm going to change the pin pole again. Was that Dax or is that DJ? DJ Turner's down, looking at his ankle, I believe. Let me know if the pin pull. You want the Bengals to win today? Yes, because F the Ravens. Fair. No. Tank for a higher draft pick. Also fair. Did he just say the Bengals are up 59-10? Or the Eagles? .24 zip. How did I hear 59-10? Big battle with the votes here. Still yes. Still yes is winning.
F the Ravens.
For F the Ravens.
Yeah, it's a big F the Ravens, F the Steelers, F the Browns day around here.
Yeah.
Playing the Ravens.
Divisional opponent.
Playing the Ravens can't. That is what it is. Can't stand the Steelers, so I will always say F the Steelers. And you needed the Browns to win, and they are not. So it's a triple F the division today.
Can we take a look at some of those other scores?
Yeah.
Cardinals getting their asses kicked. That doesn't help. Jets getting their asses kicked. That doesn't help. Commanders winning. That helps you a little bit. Commanders up 22-14. Because you want the Commanders to win that game. Like, both of those teams are above you right now in terms of the draft order, but the Commanders are closer to you. I think they have 3 wins as well. The other game we got to monitor here later today, Saints and Panthers. If Saints win that game, that helps you a little bit too. DJ Turner bouncing around over there on the sideline, so that's good news. But the Ravens setting up here at the Bengals' 15-yard line. Hand off, Keaton Mitchell. Pick up 4, maybe 5. I just want Caleb Downs at this point.
Now, my question, Chris, you have any skepticism or thoughts on like the value of safety?
No.
Not concerned.
Not me. Not me. You watch these Bengals safeties, you need one. Hand off Henry. Bottled up, gain of 2 there. It'll be 3rd and 4-ish.
So you're kind of split on, Downs is valuable, but also addition by subtraction.
Yeah, I mean, when you look at a player like Caleb Downs, like, he makes your defense better. He just does. Like, I don't care that he's playing safety at all. I think the position value stuff is crazy sometimes. I get it if it's like running back. 3rd and 3. Jackson looking, fires right side end zone, dropped! Zay Flowers wide open in the end zone, dropped it.
See what they do here, huh?
It was a little high, but man, that should have been a touchdown for the Ravens.
Seemed like field goal.
He might have, because he caught it. He might have, like, because it was like way up here, caught it. He might have hit the ball with his knee. They're going to go for the field goal. It's up and good. Like the video if you want Zach Taylor fired. I see it in the chat. Go ahead and like the video if you want his ass gone after the season. Might not happen. Probably won't happen. Drop a like. All right, we'll give a shout out to the sponsor of today's show, Omaha Steaks. From holiday hosting to unforgettable gifts, Omaha Steaks delivers the world's best steak experience. You guys can do what I did this holiday season and gift family and friends USDA certified tender steaks, juicy burgers, cozy and convenient comfort meals, and so much more. And now, during their Sizzle All the Way sale, you guys can get 50% off site-wide at omahasteaks.com. Plus, you can get an additional $35 off by using promo code Bengals at checkout. They got a bunch of different types of bundles that you guys can choose from. They got different sides in some of those bundles as well. Scalloped potatoes is one of them. And it's not just steak. They've also got chicken. They've got pork. They've got seafood. I believe they even have wine over there on the Omaha Steaks website. They got burgers. They've got franks. They got a lot of different things that you guys can choose from and some solid deals going on right now. The other day for Christmas, I sent my brother and his fiance a bundle from Omaha Steaks. I also sent one of my best friends a bundle from Omaha Steaks. Within, 2 days, that box was sitting on their front porch. They got great service there and just a lot of different things that you guys can choose from. My parents, by the way, they sent a couple different bundles to my aunts and to my uncles. And they got that $35 off by using promo code Bengals at checkout. Omaha Steaks has been America's original butcher since 1917. It's a family-owned company with over 100 years of expertise in the meat industry. So save big on gourmet gifts and more holiday favorites with Omaha Steaks, and visit omahasteaks.com for 50% off site-wide during their Sizzle All the Way sale. And for an extra $35 off, use promo code Bengals at checkout. Terms do apply, and you can see that website for extra details, but it's omahasteaks.com. Promo code Bengals at checkout to get an additional $35 off on top of the 50% off site-wide during their Sizzle All the Way sale. That link, by the way, going to be down in the live chat of today's show. Also down in the description of today's show as well. We appreciate Omaha Steaks for being the sponsor of our show today. Brad coming in with a $5 super chat as the Bengals take this kickoff from the 5-yard line down to the 25. And I'm a Bengals fan for 28 years now. Burrow's press conference after this game is going to be written by Tim Burton. It's pretty funny. That, I believe, is a wheel spin. Yeah, it'll be a wheel spin. We'll do it at the next TV timeout for Brad Rupert. I'll write it down so we don't forget, Brad. Do it at the next TV timeout. Bengals take over from the 26 here. Play action, Burrow looking, dumps it off to Chase. He'll pick up 2, maybe, probably 1. 25 likes away from another shot, by the way. If you guys want Zach Taylor, the F out of Cincinnati, like the show. Wow, the Bills have come all the way, not all the way, but pretty close, back. Now it's 21-24. Yeah, now it's 21-24. Well, 21-3 comeback there. 2nd and 8, Burrow looking, fires, caught. Going to be 3rd and short to Tanner Hudson. Charlie Jones out with an ankle. Chidobe Awuzie also out for this game. I believe they even said Noah Fant was out with an ankle. 3rd and 1. P. Ryan in it, running back 2-1. Here's the snap. They'll hand it to P. Ryan up the middle. He gets the first down. Just check Twitter real quick to make sure who that second ankle was. Charlie Jones and Noah Fant, both out with right ankle injuries. I guess Noah Fant's technically questionable. But Charlie Jones is out. 1st and 10. Play action. Going to get it out, left side. Hudson gets thrown down out of bounds. No flag. F the refs. He picks up 1. Bengals fans booing. Second and 9. Burrow going to dump it out to P. Ryan. Picks up half a yard. Crowd is getting rowdy right now. Third and 8. Bengals are 2 for 8 on 3rd downs today. At their own 39. Here's the snap. Burrow looking. Steps up in the pocket. Still looking. Nobody open. He's just going to have to pick up 2. The jungle is booing. Ryan Rico on for the 4th punt of the day. Gets it away. Bounces at the 20, takes a Bengals roll inside the 10, 8, down to the 7, 7.5. $18 likes away from doing another shot. That gets us to 300. 650 people watching. If you're a Bengals fan that wants Zach Taylor fired, whether you think it's going to happen or not, if you want it to happen, like the show. So fucking hard to watch sometimes, man. Most times. Most times. Teeth Malloy asking where Mitchell Tinsley is. I don't believe he has a target today. Yeah, no targets for Mitchell Tinsley today. He had a penalty on him earlier. We got a spin for Brad, by the way. I feel bad for anybody that went to this fucking game. 7 degrees and you're just watching a shit show. Nobody can replace Brad. We talked about that last week, Billy. I went and looked it up. It's a Liberty commercial. Liberty, 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 liberty. Yeah. Nobody can replace Brad. All right, this one's for Brad. Little wheel spin action for the raffle. $10? That's 10. That's 10. Brad Rupert getting 10 entries. Into the hat and chain raffle. Oh, that's a setup there. The guy on the camera, he's got like, I don't even know what to call it. Hand off Derrick Henry up the middle, missed tackle, broken tackle down to the 30.
Look, Chris, I hate saying this because I like going to games and being a part of games and things like that, but you can't go. If you want to make a statement, if you want to let them know like they're doing a poor job, you want people fired, you want things to change, can't go to the games. You can't. You have to sell your tickets. You have to not renew your season tickets. You have to be hurt. If you keep going to games and supporting the team, ownership is not going to care. They will not care.
Handoff again. Going to pick up about 4 there. It's a clown show. 2nd and 5, play action. Jackson looking, fires, caught. Down to the 50 to Zay Flowers. This freaking nose makes my nose itch so bad. Handoff. Oh my God, a lot of room to run for Keaton Mitchell. They've given up. They've given up. What's Zach going to say after this game? Wrong answers only down in the chat. What's Zach Taylor going to say after this game? Wrong answers only. Ravens 1st and 10 at the Bengals 40 now. Trust the guys we got. That's what he's going to say. It's not even a wrong answer. Jackson back to pass. Steps up in the pocket. Going to go down. Sacked. Myles Murphy again. The only bright spot today for the Bengals has been Myles Murphy. That'll go in our takeaways. Tie-Fi Gaming, that's a wrong answer right there. Saying I'm stepping down. Second and 16. Jackson back to pass. Got pressure on him again. Flips it away. Gonna get it to Keaton Mitchell. No, they're gonna say it's a sack. Myles Murphy again? There's a couple guys in on that. Man, a couple Bengals players banged up right now, too. Joseph Osai limping around. B.J. Hill limping around. Dylan said, we played very well, I thought. Let's see, who got this sack? Myles Murphy. Myles frickin' Murphy. If there's been one bright spot today, it's him. He's got 3 sacks and a bunch of pressures. Shout out Myles Murphy. Coming alive today. Kind of too little too late, but shout out. He's playing well. Third and 16. Bengals only going to bring 3 here. Jackson's got plenty of time. Stepping up in the pocket. Oh, no. Sacked again! Demetrius Knight that time. There is a Bengal down on the field, though. Got a $5 super chat here from Bengals Dapper. And win or lose, Bengals are fun to watch. No one likes watching the Steelers, though. I don't know. This hasn't been very fun. I got to be honest. So Bengals Dapper. Going to get a spin. Chris Jenkins Jr. down. Fourth and 21. The Ravens are going to punt after a couple of sacks there. It looks like the Bengals are going to bring a blitz here. Come for the punt block. They will try to block it. Won't get there, though. Mitchell Tinsley will fair catch it at about the 13-yard line. Samuel said, get drunk and talk shit. $20 super chat the rest of the way for beer bongs. That nose is itchy. You guys get the point. $20 super chat the rest of the way for beer bongs. Next TV timeout, by the way, we will spin the wheel for Bengals Dapper. Not going to go to timeout here. At the end of the third quarter, we'll do it. There's 22 seconds left. Burrow back to pass, looking, going to dump it off here to Chase Brown. He'll break a tackle, pick up 8. That is the end of the third quarter. Let's go ahead and spin this puppy. For Bengals Dapper. Bengals down 17-zip. Just let Joe Burrow call the plays. Fifteen entries for Bengals Dapper. Good day for the wheel spin, I feel like, today, Billy. Yeah, hadn't landed on a 5 today, I don't think. If you guys want a free entry into the Bengals party hat and chain raffle, spam your 4s. We break the chat rate high. Got to break the chat rate high. That's kind of the caveat here late in the game. Got to break the chat rate high of 135. We'll give away a free entry. Chris saying he should act like his helmet's not working again. That's what I'm saying. Frederick spamming the 4s. Shadow. Jagger King. Marcus Jenkins. Jake Lurs. Ti-Fi Gaming. Just My Thoughts. Tim Tyra. All spamming their 4s right now. Got to break the chat rate high to give away the free entry, so we need everybody to join in here. Spam your 4s. You can even spam F for fire Zach Taylor if you want. That's fun. That's fun. Maybe you don't care about the end of the start of the fourth quarter. Maybe you want to fire Zach Taylor. Spam F. Chris, changing it up. Spamming the Fs. There we go. Couple Fs in there. Couple new names. Spamming the Fs. Like that. Teeth saying hashtag drop for downs. Tank for Caleb. A lot of Fs. The Fs have officially taken over. Things you love to see. I'm just so tired of watching this offense, man. And, when we went out to the Christmas party this week, we were talking about Zach Taylor and if he gets fired, who you would hire. I kind of think a defensive-minded guy. Because damn near anybody else, I feel like, could make this offense work. P. Ryan up the middle for 1. We did break the chat rate high, by the way. Pick me a winner, Billy.
Let's go with Jake Lurs.
Jake Lurs, free entry into the Bengals party hat and chain raffle. Shout out
like
Jake.
Robert Saleh starting to get a lot of run again. Chris,
Yeah.
I've seen him for the Browns, seen him for a couple other teams, just like that need leaders, not just offensive. I say in quotations, geniuses or whatever.
P. Ryan gets stuffed. 4th down. Boos raining down. I'd boo too if I was there. Now P. Ryan's hurt. There was a fumble, too. Recovered by Cincinnati, though. Oh, my God. Boo Zach Taylor in the chat. Boo this man. Boo this man. I see some Brian Flores down there, too. He does always seem to get back in the mix. And you know what's interesting? The Vikings defense was great versus the Bengals this year. They hadn't been great like the rest of the way out. I don't know if Flores. I don't know if I would love Flores, to be honest. Not a lot of great picks defensive minded. Vrabel ain't leaving the Patriots, guys, that's for sure. He's not getting fired. Oh my. Tim with the name drop of the century right there. He said, I think Sharon Moore's available. I don't think he is. I don't think he is available. He's probably got a couple years in him. If you know what I'm saying. Robert Saleh is interesting. The 49er defense is good. And it's like the Jets are an awful franchise as well.
That's where I get confused. Like, he was such a loser on the Jets, but it's like everybody's been a loser on the Jets, so...
Edwin saying Irvin Meyer.
Available, technically.
Technically available, yeah.
Never got a fair shot.
I don't think you want him out here kicking Evan McPherson while he's warming up.
Never got a fair shot.
That's the one thing, too. It's like, would you go with a guy that is like a proven head coach somewhere, or...
How about Mike McCarthy, Chris?
He's so mid, dude. He's so mid.
You off that?
Mike Zimmer's interesting, I guess.
Yeah, you've done that.
Burrow
right.
gonna get it out quick here to Brown for a first down. Like, Zimmer's interesting, but I don't know. Like, he technically said he retired. Is he really retired? I like Joe Brady. That's an offensive guy, but you got to have somebody to fix the defense. Burrow looking, sacked. Brad coming in with a $5 super chat saying Zach makes the worst calls, zero awareness, run the ball when you're down, and fighting for the string of life that you have left. It's do or die. Fire Zach.
Fire Zach.
Brad's going to get a spin. Fire Zach. 2nd and 15. Burrow dumping it off here to Chase. He'll get a little bit over half of it. Dapper coming in with a super chat as well. You'll get another entry. And we'll spin for Brad. By the way.
Okay.
Not the second, but next
Gotcha,
TV
yeah.
timeout. 2 of 10 on third down. Hey, like, it really matters, though. You were 10 of 12 last week and lost. Burrow back to pass. Gonna try to get it out of Chase incomplete. He was being tackled when he threw it. Dapper And only time will reveal the decision for Zach Taylor. Now Amarius Mims is down. Looks like a right ankle. Jesus. The training staff has come out onto the field for Amarius Mims now. Steve Spagnuolo is interesting. That would be a name to monitor. I don't hate that.
Yeah, been a coach before, had success. He's had more success as a coordinator, but you like the idea that he's been a coach before, probably.
Yeah.
I don't know, the question is, you want the next possible great head coach, or do you want somebody stable who's going to fix your current problems, Do you want a Robert Saleh, or do you want a Joe Brady?
Keep seeing Rex Ryan down there. No, thank you. Rex Ryan said the Bengals can't afford him anyways. Bengals are going to go for it here on 4th and 7, by the way.
Oh. Patriots just gave up the lead.
No way. Burrow back to pass here on 4th and 7. Fires. Caught. Jamar Chase. First down and more across the 50 down to the 45. Patriots just gave up the lead. They were up 21-0.
Good time then, Chris, to talk about the Chiefs real quick. Now we can kind of check in on it. Wasn't looking good earlier. It is... Find this chart again. We've got 3 scenarios where the Chiefs get bounced from the playoffs today. It would be they lose, which I don't know when they play. Or were they losing? They are playing. Yeah, they're tied with the Chargers.
Burrow back to pass. Oh, man, he's going to have to run outside the pocket right side. Thrown caught, though. Mitchell Tinsley down to the 29. So now this is what, the 4th time, 5th time you're inside the 30. Can you put points on the board?
So Chiefs obviously have to lose. Then you'll need Jags wins, Bills wins, and then Colts or Texans wins. You can also get a Colts and Texans win instead of the Jags. So, and everything I read is looking like it could happen. The Chiefs could be out of the playoffs today.
If the Browns fire Stefanski, how would we feel about that?
I've always said he just needs a fresh start. He's been here too long. It just hasn't worked, or been in Cleveland too long. It just hasn't worked out. I think he'll be a good coordinator wherever he goes next. He is not a leader of men.
Okay.
So that's probably the problem.
At least you wouldn't have a, constant string of not knowing who the hell your quarterback is.
That is true, yeah. I'm sure he would like to coach Joe Burrow for sure.
Like, the Browns have kind of always had a good defense.
Yeah, well, and he's not a defensive coach, though, so now you're kind of back to square one with the defense.
Yeah. But their defense has been good, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, I mean, he could bring Schwartz. Could bring Jim Schwartz with him.
Yeah.
And he found Jim Schwartz, so he could find someone he likes also. I don't know.
Jake said, yep, better than Zach. Zone saying no Stefanski. I'm just throwing names out there at this point. Just kind of throwing names out there. We'll do it next time. Moore saying Stefanski is a no way. Teeth Malloy saying Vrabel is a no-brainer for the Patriots. Yeah, it's like he's not going anywhere. Not coming here. That's for damn sure. What's Dayball? Someone said Dayball. I don't know if John Gruden would want to be the coach. He sees the way they run things. I get it. He's an Ohio guy. I'm sure he would love to coach Joe Burrow. But I think he sees the way this Bengals organization is run and would say, F that. I think most good coaches would. Keith Malloy saying Freddie Kitchens. No thanks. Former quarterback at Alabama, Billy. Freddie Kitchens. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Back in the day. Man, let's do a quick wheel spin here for Brad. Almost forgot about that. Nick Saban ain't coming back, folks. Miss Terry would not allow that. Quick wheel spin here for Brad. The Bengals come out back onto the field. Brutal. 5 entries. Burrow going to get it out quick here to Chase Brown as he gets put to the turf. He'll get like 4. So Brad getting 5 more entries. Doug Peterson. Burrow looking, little short pass, caught Mike Gesicki, Tanner Hudson first down. See, this is what I hate when people start bringing up Marvin Lewis again. You've got Marvin Lewis at home right now. You're inside the Omaha Steaks red zone, by the way, down to the 18. Burrow dumping it off here, caught. Chase Brown, pick up 8. There's a flag on the play. $9:40 to go in the game. Okay, offsides. They'll decline it because they picked up 8. Bengals Dapper coming in with another $5 super chat. We'll spin the raffle wheel here in just a second. Wow. Travion Henderson, 65-yard touchdown. Patriots take the lead again. We'll read that in just a second. 2nd and 2, handoff up the middle. Chase Brown trying to bounce it somewhere. Wow, second effort, picks up the first down. Bengals Dapper, $5 super chat saying, I checked out and started waiting for the 2026-2027 season right as Joe Burrow was injured in week 2. Anything this season should be a lesson learned for the Bengals. First and goal here now. We'll spin the raffle wheel for Dapper here in just a minute. Burrow dumping it off here. Chase trying to spin. Gets inside the 4. And saying at least Marvin Lewis got us to the playoffs. Zach got you to a Super Bowl. We can play that game all we want. That's playoffs isn't necessarily the goal, guys. How about the other half? Marvin Lewis ain't it. We're just going back to being what's comfortable. Oh, man. Flag comes down pre-snap. False start. On Orlando Brown. Matt Patricia would be interesting. He was pretty bad at the Lions. Second and goal from the 7 now. Burrow looking, end zone, right side. Mitchell Tinsley dropped. I mean, we're out here. This is how down bad we are right now, Billy. We are trying to compare Zach Taylor to Marvin Lewis. That's how down bad we are right now as a franchise. Not how I wanted to spend my Sunday. Bad and worse. They're the same coach. Here's the snap. Third and goal from the 7. Intercepted. Going to hand it off to somebody else. He's still running. It's going to go back for a 90-yard pick 6. "95-yard pick 6. Joe Burrow hit as he threw. Van Noy picked it off, ran for about 20 yards, then handed it off. Went the rest of the way. Yeah, it might be Flacco time at this point. We'll change the pin poll. Is it Joe Flacco time? Let me know what the pin poll. Is it Joe Flacco time? Y for yes, N for no. 300 likes, by the way. That's a shot. $20 beer bongs, by the way. JQ coming in. I would take Lewis over Taylor, though. If you got to pick between those two, I'd pick the bullet. Top 10 pick? Maybe. Yeah, I mean, you're definitely going to get a top 10 pick. Can we get top 5? Brooks from the 5. Take it down to the 30. Where's my shot glass? Burrow's still in. Handoff, Chase Brown up the middle. He'll pick up 7. Can we see some scores, Billy? Can we gonna pick up any ground here today? Cardinals coming back, maybe? Handoff Brown. Got close. Jets L. Browns L. Chargers taking the lead over Chiefs. I guess that's a win. I don't even think we're trying to tank. That's the funny thing. Just suck. 3rd and 1. Handoff Brown up the middle. First down. Down to the 45. That's big. That's their slump buster.
Yeah, Eagles needed that one. They win 31-0. Keep an eye on the Chiefs here. They'll need the Bills to, well, if you want this, you need the Bills to win.
Bills just took the lead again. 35-31.
Unreal.
Handoff for 4.
Good time to sub. The channel going to be very, very busy coming up here. You're going to talk probably coaching changes, Chris. You got to think. You're probably going to talk coordinator changes at the least, maybe. The Burrow drama was happening. We were all over that. So much going on with this team. None of it winning, but a lot going on.
Yeah. We'll have draft coverage. A lot of it over the next 3 weeks, 4 weeks. Burrow back to pass here on 2nd and 7. Almost picked off again. 3rd and 7. $4:49 to go in the ball game. All but over. I'm just running out the time here. 3rd and 7. Little halfback draw up the middle for 5. Maybe. They're going to go for it on 4th and 3. They're actually running the clock down now. Burrow fires left side. Caught. Jamar Chase first down. On 4th and 3. Jamar Chase showing some heart today. I guess you can appreciate that. Jamar Chase, another 10 catches for 132 yards on 16 targets. 0 points. 2nd and 8, P. Ryan. Pick up a couple there. It'll be 3rd down again. They're literally running the clock out.
I am kind of surprised here. They're only throwing on 3rd downs.
Yeah, just trying to extend it. Get a couple more first downs. Run the ball a couple more times. Run it out. Third and 6, Burrow gets it to Drew Sample, close to the line to gain. Bengals are going to have to snap it one more time. They're going to say it's 4th down here. Fourth and inches. Hand off P. Ryan. Didn't get it. Desert Ranger Jesus is back. He is officially back. I've been waiting for him all day. That's good news. That's good news for the channel.
Welcome back.
Turnover on downs, by the way. We're celebrating Desert Ranger Jesus no longer being blocked from the channel. I wonder if that's a
new account.
Nope, same channel. That's the same account, I'm pretty sure.
New username. Same profile photo.
Yeah.
Which is good.
Let's go ahead and who gives a shit about the rest of this? We got to spin for Dapper. We got to spin for Desert Ranger now. Desert Ranger saying, I'm happy I chose to do errands and watch this, not going to lie. Yep. This will put you in a depression cycle. Let's go ahead and spin for Dapper here. As we just one more play for the Ravens and then 2-minute warning.
Oh, whoa. Oh,
15!
Hey.
Bengals Dapper racking up 15 more entries here. I'm so happy Desert Ranger Jesus is back.
Yeah, that's a dub.
Accidentally got blocked last week by somebody.
Should we give him double entries? That too bold?
I gave him extra entries last week.
Oh, you did. You did.
Yeah.
You did.
We'll go ahead and spin here for Desert Ranger. Give me 15. Desert Ranger with 15, baby. We're at the 2-minute warning, by the way. Just waiting for this one to run out. I don't even know what to say. This is going to be a depressing-ass post-game video, I'll tell you that. I'll tell you that. Because it's at the point now where it's just like, we've lost all interest. You guys get it. Clown hair is coming off. T not being out there isn't an excuse, by the way. It's just not. It's not. You got Ravens fans with their shirt off out here. Second and 6 for Baltimore at their own 30. They'll run it. Left side. Keaton Mitchell. Missed tackles. Big pickup. Unfortunately, he got out of bounds, and that stops the clock. Jesus, Bills retook the lead there. And the Ravens will start taking knees. Ball game's over. You really didn't even get a lot of help either. That's the shitty thing, too. I mean, you're kind of grasping at straws on that front. Commanders are winning right now. That's decent. That's decent for you. And look at Tankathon here. The Commanders were 3-10. They very well could go to 4-10. The Bengals will be 4-10 after this game here. So kind of depends on some tiebreaker situation stuff there. Gets you a little bit closer. Vegas lost. I don't know when the Titans play. Probably later, huh? Or the Titans play now, Billy? I guess that doesn't really matter. They're too far out.
Either they're a bye or they're tomorrow night.
Either way, they're too far out. How about the Saints? Are the Saints on right now?
No, they're on later.
They're on later.
They're 4 o'clock with the Panthers.
Okay. Jets are getting their asses beat. Cardinals got their asses beat, or are getting. I guess there's 5 minutes to go in that game. Could they come back? Wow. They just they flipped it over to the Bills-Patriots game. I guess we went final.
All right, grade poll is officially out. So you guys can get your grades in our poll. We'll also take your grades right now. As it TV decided game's over, Chris, so
F.
Chris votes F.
Man. Did we catch up everyone on Super Chats? Got all the Super Chats caught up there?
Here. Yeah, we put Desert Ranger Jesus up.
Cool.
Spun for him too, so.
Cool.
Check on
all right. Well, this is going to be a insanely depressing post-game video, I'll tell you that, because you just got absolutely effed. Tank for Caleb, I guess. Tank for Caleb Downs. Brutal. Brutal loss. Jagger King says sell the team. They're not going to do that. They're not going to do that. This is a moneymaker for them, baby. This is what an investment. They just make money. They don't spend any money. It's not even spend money to make money. It's just make money. They don't spend any money. Mike Brown, what did I call him the other day? Mike Brown and Duke Tobin out here looking like Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy, thinking they're contributing to society. Nope. They're just out here in their invisible car, rolling around eating Krabby Patties and scratching their balls. They're so bad. We'll have an instant reaction out here in just a second. I'm done sulking. We'll have an instant reaction out here in just a little bit. It's going to be pretty depressing. I'm not even going to lie, but get your comments down there. Load up on the comments. I'm sure Zach Taylor, if you want him fired, like that video, like this video. And we'll have a kind of a rumors video later on where you're at in terms of the draft order and stuff like that too. So make sure you guys are subscribed. Steele said, "Nah, you're not done sulking." You're probably right. Probably right. I'm probably not done. Anyways, we'll have a couple videos out for you guys here tonight. Appreciate every single one of you guys for joining us here on Bengals Breakdown. Your support is always appreciated here for the good, the bad, the ugly from the Cincinnati Bengals. They lose today, get blown out at home. Have they won a home game yet this year, Billy, before we leave? Have they won a home game yet? Have they? Oh, yeah, at the Jags in week 2. Oh, yeah, beat the Steelers at home. I guess that's cool. So you got 2 home wins this year. At least you got a couple for the fans. All right. We'll get out of here. Make sure you guys are subscribed if you're not already. We'll have draft content for you. A lot of it coming up here, whether it's mock drafts, whether it's tank videos. We'll keep you guys covered. Bench Joe Burrow, overreaction tomorrow? We'll see. We'll see. Not necessarily because of Joe Burrow, but because of where you're at. So, all right. We'll see you guys next week. Make sure you are subscribed.